Hello and welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show with your host, the Crypto Lifer. Here we go. Boom. Boom. Let's wait for people to jump into the stream, see how we're doing on the day. What a beautiful day. Tuesday, 12/29, my mom's birthday, man. Shouldn't say stuff like that, I guess, though. You never know. Less information, the better. Apparently. Did my hair in a crazy way today. You guys might like it. Maybe you don't. Who knows? But hey, it is what it is, right? So, hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning. Leslie Jones, good morning. Ross Bush, good morning, man. Haven't seen you in a while, Ross. Hope everything's going well for you, man. Shout out to Jesse B. Hey now, hey now. Just thinking about your hoodies, man. Got me really irritated. I'm gonna have to do, private sale, private label. I'm gonna have to get some money together and make my own designs. I do say though, it's high quality and really nice. So it may take a while, but when you do get it, high quality, super nice. And also, COVID's having issues, I guess. I don't know. I emailed them and have not heard from them. So strange, man. I trust that you will get the merch. I will also send something over there. Why? See, I got my merch. Let me see, man. I'm gonna go into this here, cause I bought this stuff. I had to buy this. I had to pay the same price you did, which is insane, right? I got no deal on it. I go to Teespring. So here's the deal. Like, here's one. Here's it. I ordered it on October 31st, right? It said your order will be sent to the printer on or before the 3rd, and your order will ship on the 11th, and the delivery will be the 15th to the 18th. So it took 2 weeks. So I ordered on the 31st, and I got my stuff, and I could track it and everything. Are you unable to track the order? See, Navy unisex zip hoodie overall print. I paid exactly what you paid. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Did you get one email very similar to this with an order number, track your order and all that fun stuff? If you track this order, like it shows shipped, delivered, printing. The Netherlands, though. How did you find out that it was coming from the Netherlands? DHL delivered. Yeah, they are international. Ordered your Lifer apparel on the 31st of August. The campaign has ended and your order is now being printed. The campaign reaches goal. I don't know what that means, because I guess they... Anyway, I've been thinking about you, man. It's been on my mind. It's been bothering me a little bit. So just want you to know. Interesting. It is Christmas time. Anyway, shout out to everyone on the live stream, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Appreciate all the viewers, 10 viewers. We're going to get into Bitcoin. We're going to get into altcoins. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff. You should watch yesterday's video if you didn't get a chance. We went over a lot of coins that a lot of people haven't really discussed yet. Look at that, 22222.22. Pretty strange to see this on triple twos. You guys can't see it right now. Let me move it to the side here. Look at that, 2222222. Just something funny to think about. Why is that like that? Music's a little... I wish the YouTube volume button was a little more tweaked, like we had a few more settings on it. But hey, it is what it is. Let's take a look at the day overall for crypto, right? It's kind of a red day. It's almost like, despite the pumps, it's still been a struggle for altcoins. Really. Yesterday we had one pump. I mean, today looks amazing now. ADA up 18%. Ren up 17%. Myth up 14%. Myth is one we talked about yesterday. We went over a little bit. Link down up 10%. So we actually mentioned that in my channel too. A lot of people putting out a lot of good calls in my Telegram group. A lot of serious traders, people that are taking it to the next level. Waves, some news for waves. CHZ, I brought it up every single day on the channel. Every single day I brought it up. I said it's gonna pump because Binance will pump it. I gave you your target. It hit the exact target, 3.6. I told you you'd make 41% if you bought the breakout of the ascending triangle. Pretty simple. And yeah, there it was. I talked about it every single day. If you missed this, I'm sorry, man. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say because this was I don't want to say things are guaranteed because nothing is a guarantee, but like Binance was pumping this. I mean, they're not going to lose. Bitcoin was tanking one day while this was still rocking. So you can put that wherever you think it should go. Interesting information, to say the least. XRP down up the most, skyrocketing all the way to its previous high of $1. Can you believe that? $1. Thing was only 4 cents, 40 cents on the low here at 34 cents. Hitting a pretty high though, a bit of a double top, a little bit of a double BART pattern, upside down BART pattern. So do we retrace? We'll see. We'll talk about that a little bit. I don't know how much, but 1 inch struggling. People keep selling it off. Probably didn't know they got their free tokens. Oh yeah, I just keep selling it off. You know, as they keep seeing the price go down, they say, well, why would I hold these? I might as well get what I can for them. It's the idea, but money is given to the patient. You probably hold this. If you got free 1 inch up here, you'd be pissed. I mean, if it's at 82 cents and you had 262, the idea would be to sell it up here and buy it back right here to increase your bag. But that's not as easy as said. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Now, I had a target for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's doing these inverted head and shoulder dips recently. It's still inside the channel. It hasn't left the channel. It respected it completely. Look at my line that we created, and this wasn't even here before, right? So shoulder, head, it's going to make the right shoulder and explode. So we have a shoulder, we have a head, another shoulder. Now we had one here, shoulder. It played out, but ended up getting rejected by the trend line going sideways. I like how we're kind of retracing here, though, on the 1 hour. Lack of momentum, though, and the Stokes are pointing up, which tells me that Bitcoin's probably going to go back down to 26,000. So your play for the day, in my opinion, is to play Bitcoin back to the bottom of this, or at least somewhere here where it's going to make that. Maybe it won't go all the way. It'll kind of do something like that. But I definitely think Bitcoin's going to kind of come down a little bit with these Stokes pointing down right now. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hours looking beautiful for a nice setup in the evening. So we're going to have a struggle today with Bitcoin down to 26 probably. But then in the evening, the 4 hour will pick up, and the 1 hour and the 4 hour will be in complete conjunction together. And I think we'll see some fireworks going into the weekend, or I guess Tuesday night, Wednesday, and Thursday night. By Thursday, I think we're going to see some pickup in Bitcoin where it's going to break this line and possibly get back up to the 28K region. I'm still bullish because we're still inside the pattern. We haven't left it. So I'm still bullish on an overall long-term play here. Get inside the pattern, put your stop loss below the trend line, and let it ride. And get up to about 30,000, make 12%. That's the idea here on the Bitcoin trade. You know, I had it in basically two scenarios. It was in this falling wedge, or it was going to be in this pennant, right? And you can see that it went up into the pennant pretty nicely. Let me get rid of some of this work here. It's kind of getting a little jumbled. So yeah, that's what I see happening for Bitcoin at the moment. Today looks down. Some quick thoughts on VeChain. For sure, man. Anytime. Morning, team. Shout out to Mohit Singla. Harmony had a good pump. One did. Yeah. Peep the Telegram for the order info. Your order will ship by Tuesday, December 1st. Estimated delivery. Interesting. Yeah, that looks really weird. You should have gotten your order by now. What up, Jose, man? My dude, bro. Shout out to Jose, bro. How did you come up with the 2025 value? Okay, so based on come to the live. So check it out. I actually am predicting Bitcoin will be $5 million by 2025. And I'm putting my entire, basically my life on it. It's going to be a long-term call that I have here, and I'm sticking to it. Possibly 10 million by 2030. I'm not ready to make that yet, but by 2025, definitely possibly a $5 million Bitcoin, easily. Let me take you through why I think that could happen, all right? A lot of people aren't proponents of the stock to flow. I am. I've back tested it. I like it. I think it's great. So I have no issues with the stock to flow. And I actually, if you back tested it, it's been hitting completely well. If you try to understand it in 1 minute, this is a really good understanding.
Metal was discovered 100 years ago, and people have decided to invest in it because it is scarce. The metal in question is never consumed, it's simply kept for investment purposes. We'll say 100,000 units currently exist, and that at this point, 1,000 units are mined into existence each year. As explained in another video, we call the 100,000 units that currently exist stocks, and the 1,000 units that are mined each year flows. As the name suggests, we obtain the stock-to-flow ratio of that metal by dividing the number of units in existence, so stocks, by the total number of units mined annually, so by the flows. In other words, 100,000 divided by 1,000, which is 100. The higher the stock-to-flow ratio is, the better investors feel, because people like the idea of owning something scarce, something that cannot simply be willed into existence easily. What if, all of a sudden, a technological breakthrough makes it possible to mine 10,000 units yearly instead of just 1,000? In that case, investors won't be happy because the ratio of 10 makes it clear that the scarcity selling point.
Okay, so that's stock to flow. It's the basis of how much is mined for how much is stored, right? Now, Bitcoin gets mined as well. So you can take the stock to flow ratio and you can use that to your advantage, okay? So you can go to the Bitcoin stock to flow chart, okay? We'll go here at Crypto Alex. See if I can, if this, it's not the best one. I'm predicting Bitcoin hitting 5 million by 2025. And a lot of people are in shock or just looking at me funny and they're like, what, like, where do you come up with this? You know, these are outlandish statements. You know, and so show me the stock to flow, man. Okay, here it is. So here's the stock to flow Bitcoin chart. Now you have to understand that there's less Bitcoin getting mined every single time that the flow increases, right? So the stock to flow goes higher. All right. Now look, the stock to flow is this blue line. It's projecting where Bitcoin will be. Okay, right here it has Bitcoin at $1 million by 2026. Actually, $1 million by 2025. All right. Now, here it has Bitcoin. Actually, So let me show you something as well. So here, the stock to flow ratio projected that Bitcoin would get up all the way to about, you know, like, let's say about $4 to $5, you know. Now, Bitcoin would achieve that and go even higher, past to about $11 on the high of the pump. So look how much higher it always gets from the pump. I mean, the stock to flow said we were going to go to like 4, even 350 or 8, I think, and we went all the way to 10. Now here again, the stock to flow said we're going here to like, you know, somewhere about like, not perfect, but around, I'm going to say, because there's a 1,000, there's the middle is 500, like 450. And Bitcoin went all the way to 1,000. So it doubled the stock to flow idea here. Now, I do notice that these ratios are getting smaller, meaning the distance between these is getting smaller. You'll see that. This may be more on point than this one, but we'll still be above it. So the last projection was for Bitcoin to go to about 9,000. The stock to flow had it here at about 7,281. Okay. Bitcoin would go way above that, all the way up here. The highest it said it could go was at 10,000. Bitcoin would go all the way to 20K. Remember that. Now, and then I'll show you too what happens in Bitcoin. We have it starts in the bear markets, where things begin. What you can see is like this yellow and green kind of area. Then the green turns to blue. The blue comes up. The blue turns to a reddish color, and then the reddish turns like an orangey yellowy, and then it turns to yellow. And when you get into the yellow, that's when like you're rocking. Like you're gonna have like a bigger time. Now also the yellow gets longer each time in Bitcoin's cycle. Here the yellow was a quick spurt. These are bigger jumps, a smaller spurt. And so now we're gonna have a longer bull run. The bull run's gonna be way longer. See, it's gonna extend all the way to here now. See, before this bull run 1, 2, 3, this one's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4 whole. It's gonna be almost an extra year of a bull run than the last one we had. So we're coming in to the red, and the red is about to turn yellow. And you can see everything is going in the way. Green to blue to red. It's actually pointing up now, and we're in the bull market phase of the stock to flow. You can see we're right here. And Bitcoin probably will get projected in this area, I think somewhere in here. It always kind of goes above it by about a half a fingernail, something like that. That puts Bitcoin right here at about, now the stock to flow pending it here at 100,000. So I say we go, look at the last time. We're always up. This one was 7. We doubled that. I think we double it to here, maybe even triple it. Get it between $250,000 and $300,000. At that point, you're going to have so much equity in crypto, and I do believe the US dollar will be going down. So as the US dollar continues to drop, you're going to see exponential growth in Bitcoin. Half the reason why Bitcoin went from $10,000 to $27,000 was because of the reason of the dollar dropping as well. Don't think that didn't make a lot of this occur. 18 people on the stream, let's get 18 likes. Come on, man. If you watch and you don't hit the like button, I really don't consider you a lifer. If you're watching right now and you're not hitting the like button, please unsubscribe. Just walk away, because you're not a real lifer. And I don't want people who want real lifers. So if you want to be real and part of something real, hit that like button and join up. If you want to kind of dwindle through life and just kind of wonder where you're going, then subscribe right on off and jump on into the sunset. So check it out. Bitcoin stock to flow model, live chart. So I'm sticking to the stock to flow model, and it's been right literally for 10 years straight. It has never been off. It's only been off. I like Ben Cohen. I like him a lot. I'm in his Telegram group, and I watch Ben Cohen. Welcome to the crypto sphere, to the crypto sphere. He's awesome. You got my like, bud. Thank you so much, Chrissy. Really appreciate that. Wow, 19 likes. See, that's what I'm talking about. I challenge you guys, and you guys met the challenge. 20 people in there, 19 likes. Bam, bam, bam. Anyway, so that's why I believe. And then the next call is for 1 million, but we always double that by 2024. And I think we'll be at like 2.5, and then we'll bubble into the 5 million region on 2025. So that's what I'm sticking to, man. And to me, it's not that outrageous. Like, I don't think I'm making claims that are ridiculous. I think they're right on with the stock to flow. Anyway, so we gave you Bitcoin for the day. What I think happening is Bitcoin's going to come down to the bottom of the pattern here at about 26,000. Test 26 one more time. Just wants to make sure that 26 is a nice little fun region. Also, at that point, it'll make a beautiful double bottom here, which Bitcoin loves to do. We all know that. So it could make a double bottom here. If it gets up a little higher, like I was saying before, it's going to make a inverted head and shoulders. And that's going to give us a temporary target of the neckline to the head of about 27,700. I still think we're in this pennant, and the pennant will break out to the top. And when it does, it'll go to the target. What is my target of this pennant, or this bull flag? It is $30,477. So right now, that's what I'm seeing in the long term, like in the next few days. In the short term, like the 4 hour looks good. I think that's going to occur, but not until tonight. I think we're still going to dump a little bit. The reason why is the 1 hour Stokes want to come down, and they're going to have to reset, right? They're going to have to reset. And hopefully we just do a little sideways, not too big of a dip as this resets. Do you think XRP is a good buy at 20 cents, or should I wait for it to go lower? That's an amazing question. That's a question we're going to have to look at with support and resistance and kind of do a deep dive. So if you want to stay tuned for that, I will jump into that for you. It'll be one of the first things I do after we go over Bitcoin dominance. Now, dominance, beautiful thing that we got rejected here on the 1 hour. We got a relief rally in the altcoins last night. I don't know if you felt it, but then dominance pumped back up and took almost. What's strange is we pumped this far down and the alts pumped, and some held them. ADA held, a lot held, but a lot of coins gave it right back, which is really strange. Nice to see VeChain finally getting that pump. We're going to talk a little bit about some of my holdings and go on. This is an inverted head and this is actually a head and shoulder pattern. Clear as day. Clear as day as we have a shoulder, left shoulder, we have our head, and we have our right shoulder, right? Clear as day. Beautiful head and shoulder. Should have played out even more. We should have fallen back into the pattern and actually, in my opinion, hit a lower point on this head and shoulder. It didn't hit its complete target. It actually held this top trend line, which I don't like. That's a bit of a retest. I'll show you right here on the 4-hour. It's funny, I drew a circle. It's not a retest. But it did bounce out of this falling wedge, broadening falling wedge, you want to call it. And we came up to the top. Now, the target of that was 73. We didn't hit the target completely. We got pretty close to it. It says that we could get up there. Let's take a look at the 12-hour and the daily. Both are kind of strong. Right now, the 12-hour wants to reset. The daily wants to reset, and we're overbought with some bearish divergence. So I'd like to see this come back down, at least to touch 64. The problem is we could bounce off 64. But right now on the daily, it's looking good for altcoins. Probably it's going to take 2-3 days. Shout out to Crypto Don Juan up in the live stream. Hit that like button, Crypto Don Juan, my man. This person, man, my dude, bro. Shout out to Joe, this person. Joe does a live stream every day at 6 a.m. and at 6 p.m. I feel like it caveats what I teach. If you ever have a chance to get into his streams, if you wake up early, you can't sleep, or you wake up in the morning and you just love to get up and hear some great info, hit up Joe, man, on this person at YouTube. I really like his streams. I was in there this morning. Concise, calm information given to you in a really nice voice, well thought out, well spoken. Shout out to Joe. Thanks for all your support, man. I really, really appreciate it. I'm up early, Linky. So check out Bitcoin dominance kind of in this rising wedge, right? If it keeps doing that, it could fall out. 68% chance of a break to the downside. Let's take a look at the 4-hour, though. Now, the 4-hour says we want to rip, which is interesting because Bitcoin wants to rip as well on the 4-hour. So, and the 1 hour is also spent. So, again, I say we go sideways in dominance. I say it's going to be kind of a lackluster day. Pick and choose the coins that pump. It's going to be that same thing. Like 10 or 20 coins are going to pump hard today. Hot coin up 50%. That really doesn't matter. It's worth nothing. Nimic. I talk about Nimic a lot. Bring it up on my channel a lot. Look at the pump for Nimic. No one discusses Nimic in my group. I think I'm the only guy who mentions it. Up 49% with a bit of a retrace. Boom. Small coin was pumped by BitBoy Crypto a long time. It does look these pumps. So it had these pumps. It's an oscillator, meaning it goes up and down a lot. It's not even a half a penny yet. This thing is cheap. Man, UFI was rallying, and then the bottom just dropped out hard. Yeah, Joe is the peaceful warrior. Yeah, don't mess with Joe, man. He's the best, man. Anyway, check it out. Nimic now just this is a strange pattern if you ever see just a complete uptrend, like perfect uptrend. And look, it's about to actually kind of come back again. Interesting to see that overbought. That's kind of your time to get out of the trade. But what a move. From 0.02 to 0.03, up 49%. 32 actually from the retrace. Interesting. So right now, dominance looks like it's going to go sideways for the day. Bitcoin looks like it's going to come down to 26K, taking down those USDT pairs. Hopefully, we still get a little bit of a Bitcoin altcoin rally. Let's take a look at what's happening over at Binance just to see what we see, right? Just to see what we could see. Jumping right into the markets. I wonder who the first guy to say that was. So Reef up 1,700% to 2 cents. Amazing. That's good for anyone who's mining Reef. As you guys saw me, I started to farm Reef. Shout out to Love Learning. Yeah, I started looking like a study day today, Sam. Yeah, I agree. It's a time just to kind of pay attention. XRP down up 111%. EOS down up 38%. SXP down up 33%. Sushi down up 28%. TRX down. Aave down. XLM down. Aave up though. It's a really strange game going on right now. Look, Aave is going up, but I mean, AID is going up, but Aave is going down. There's been a really weird, like they're not moving together anymore. Some coins going, look, YFI down is up 17%. Litecoin down, up 17%. But then they're pumping CHZ, which is a coin that I keep telling you is going to pump. Just due to Binance is going to pump it. I brought up CHZ every single day on the chart, you know. VeChain up nicely, one of my big holdings. So, yeah, I'm really happy I got into VeChain at the right time. I'm upset that I missed out. I had a DOT holding, $2,000 USD in DOT at 520, and I sold it to get into some other, you know, to like make a move, you know, wait and hope in DOT because DOT would stay still. I've been riding LTC down for 2 days now. Pretty good. Maybe you want to take some profits. And DOT was one of my main coins, you know, and that's why I tell everyone, even I am losing focus sometimes. Focus. Write down your 10 coins. You'll be looking at pumps and thinking you're missing out, and what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna actually be missing out on the coins that you need to accumulate. Great channel, bro. Sorry, but I have to leave at work. Anytime, Jose, man. Anytime, man. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much, Jose, for the comment. That means the world to me. And shout out to you, man. I see how many futures trades you do and everything you're doing in your group. Before I even started my Telegram group, I was in your Telegram group. So I don't think I would even be here without you, Jose. So you might not know that, but you're definitely a part of my movement, and I really appreciate you, man. So thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it. Check it out. And if you want to learn from them as well, they have a great channel. I might as well plug it. Crypto, where is it here? If I just write Jose's name, because he's always in there. Crypto Signals and Futures Trades Premium. Google them, look them up, check them out. They're a really serious group similar to mine. A lot of good information here. And yeah, I like them a lot. Good dudes, good traders. Shout out to Who Knew. They also have their own project, Yearn Cash, which is interesting. We can get into that. Wouldn't mind actually bringing them on for an AMA on my channel. So you guys, I'll ask them right now. You guys want to come on my channel for an AMA? Yearn Cash. I would love to do that. Hopefully they respond and we get some good feedback from them on that. That'd be pretty cool. So we went over dominance, we went over Bitcoin. Let's look at where we're at in the total market cap. Okay, this is the whole package for you guys every day. And we also gave you kind of what coins are hot and what's not. Very different market than I'm used to, honestly. Different landscape, different cycle. Even I'm kind of grasping at straws here. Things are way different than they used to be. Check out Theta, doing really good consolidation. You know that's a beautiful sign right there for Theta. Just continuing to do its thing. It's running out of room. Gonna make a call on this. This would be a great trade. Yes, it's pumped a lot, but you know what? You know, there's more to come. Theta up to $2.12. I will post this in the group as a trade. I like the trade a lot. Looking really good. It's like a textbook bull pennant, textbook consolidation. Really, really nice. Take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hours also getting ready to consolidate with the 1 hour. They look great. They look absolutely great. Daily is not too good, but it is coming down a little bit, which would consolidate, and we could see some movement here. Not an engulfing candle. It was close, but not an engulfing candle. Again, we are overbought on the daily with a head and shoulders on the RSI. I still just think we're going to get to 2 before we have a bigger pullback, or we go sideways again to cool the daily off. There's too much action on this coin right now, and it's looking hot. Yeah, I'm not going to pull the trigger exactly now, but you know what? To me, that's kind of where you need to be. It's at the bottom of the pair. It's right really where I like to trade. I get into this trade with a 5% stop loss and risk 1% of my portfolio. Again, this isn't financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor. If you'd like to be mentored and tutoring, though, hit me up. I will tutor you, and I'll show you in depth how to manage your money properly and what you can do to keep yourself from getting wrecked in the crypto market. So we're here at -5 cents on a stop loss. I risk 150 per trade. I divide that by 0.0508 to the T. That gives me a position of $2,952. And then I'm going to try to garner. So we're going to risk 5% to try to gain 50%. That's a 1049. That's about a 10-to-1 risk reward ratio. If that goes up 50%, I make 1,500 on the 1229, but I'm only going to risk 150. Most annoying, whatever thing they added, I think it's to Windows 10 now. I think it's not even Brave. So annoying. All my windows disappear at once. Like, boom. It's crazy. Then my whole, like, I'm monitoring windows and shows and looking at stuff, and it all just kind of starts going wherever it wants to go. Anyway, shout out to everyone on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. 16 people, 21 likes. Really appreciate it. Got to run. No worries, man. See you later, Muser. Have a good day, my friend. Okay. Now, let's look at total and total too. Because this is a big deal right now where we're at. We got to really see what we're holding, what we're doing. That move from 600 billion was fast and furious. I could not believe we got to 700 as fast as we did. I don't want to see this do a blow off top. I'd like to see it slowly consolidate. You know, this could go parabolic, and then we're going to have a bit of a blow off top. Again, this looks a lot like Bitcoin. It's in the same way. It's the total market cap, including Bitcoin, and Bitcoin dominance is 70%. So this is going to look a lot like Bitcoin. But you can see we were in this pennant. We broke out of the pennant as suggested. Target was 671. We hit it exactly to the T. You can see my old target. Came back down. We were going to bounce off support here. Got really close on a wick from the 582 area. We came back. We got rejected one more time at 671 to break past it. We wicked down it again. So now 671 is strong support. Market cap sitting at 706. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour is starting to consolidate. Doing very similar to what Bitcoin was doing and forming that inverse head and shoulders. So I think Bitcoin's on the way up again, my friends. This is what this is telling me. Bitcoin's on the way. Market cap's going to go to all-time high at 789. I'm pretty sure I've saw it at 900, but they're claiming that the USDT, or the crypto market, US was $763 billion. We got really close to that. We got about 753 just 3 days, 3 days ago. So this candle closes in 2 days and 9 hours. The 3-day candle, we are overbought a little bit here, and we're extended as well on the 3-day. Tells you that there should be a pullback at some point, or at least some cooling off. Very interesting, to say the least. I think we're going to get up all the way to the 795, crack 800, maybe then retrace back to this strong level here at 700. We'll see if we play in the 800 and 700 region for a while, but this is very bullish, and I'm bullish on us getting up there. Let's look at the total too, which is all the cryptos without Bitcoin in a bit of different space. You can see it's in a bit of a rising wedge. Not a good idea, but we do see, we go to the 6 hour, we do see that inverted head and shoulders as well. Similar pattern, but more of a rising wedge. If it breaks out of the rising wedge, that's a parabolic run up all the way to $298 billion. We get up to $300 billion for all of these little cryptos. That would be an absolute amazing thing. Now, if we do fall out of the pattern, though, we could have a measured move back to $158 billion. That would be sad. A lot of the altcoins would be dumped in the tubes. Could we see that? Is it possible? I go through this scenario here. Look, we hit this strong support at 161. Then we bounced up here, and we bounced really hard off 171. We bounced off it twice. Strong support at 171 area. It wasn't too long that we were back there too. Now we're moving back up into new support regions. You can see now we have some support at the $200 billion region. So I feel like the crypto space is okay. We're going to go sideways. I don't see huge movement yet. Looks like sideways for a few more days, but it's good for certain alts. Certain alts look like they're going to fly. You guys talked about Unifly. Yeah, it fell out of space. Boom. I had it projected here to bounce out and to go up, and that's why I always keep a stop loss. Boom, this did not work, and then you have your capital free for another trade. The idea is not to keep your capital tied up in things that you can't get out of. Let's take a look at VeChain. I really like VeChain. I talk about it a lot, had a setup on it. It's in a cup and handle. This is just the beginning for VeChain. Look for it to explode all the way up to about 2.7. That's going to be a 59% gain from where I decided to, tell you guys to get in. If you missed it right now, still a good chance. VeChain is doing what's called a bull flag. We take it into the 1 minute, and you can see it's flagging already here. And to me, it almost broke out of the flag and did a bit of a retest as well. Now it's kind of on its way. Temporary target for this small little pattern here as it breaks out. Sorry, move to support and resistance line. Is about 23227. Looking good on the 1 hour as well. Not on the 4 hour. 4 hours may extend. What I do like seeing is this little flip up here. Whenever I see that, it extends the move for a little longer. So hopefully that will extend us up a little more. But then VeChain will probably have a bit of a retrace. That's like as high as the MACD's ever gotten in its life, except for one other time there, and that was that beautiful rally in July. What a rally we had in altcoins in July. What a rally. I thought that was it. A rally upon rallies, and then we kind of got kiboshed for a little while. So this is a cup and handle. You know what happens to these. We talk about them all the time, guys, on the show. You see we're going to go up further. I really like where we're at right now. 4 hour worries me slightly, so I'll see what happens with that. See if we can push up a little more. Let's take a look at the daily. The daily's just getting started, has more room to grow. I think we definitely, the chart conveys that we can easily hit my target at 27,652 within a week. VeChain. So watch out for VeChain. Its time has come. It's only a matter of time for VeChain to bust out and follow the same road Zilliqa went down. Not too far from there. So again, if you have to pay more than 2 cents for VeChain, you're going to end up kicking yourself. I remember this thing was a half a penny just last October, a year ago. Accumulate the coins that you want. Right now, there's some coins no one's talking about. They're cheap. And if you're focused on all these other pumps, you won't get the coins on the low where you really need them. Uni keeps hitting 360. Something to talk about for Uni. I like Uni here at 360. I got into Uni recently at 360, sold at 377. Thinking about making a similar play. We have an inverted head and shoulders that's absolutely beautiful on the daily. We do have a little lack of momentum here, but the Stokes are pointing up, and I feel like they'll fight through the inconsistencies here in the MACD. Let's take a look at the inverted head and shoulders because it's textbook and it's beautiful. And I like patterns that look like they're supposed to. Now let's hope they play out like they're supposed to. I love this label that like left shoulder, head, right. I mean, that is textbook head and shoulder pattern. And we're approaching the neckline yet again. I feel like we can get all the way up to 520 on that move from the head and shoulder. That is the measured move. I mean, that's a long neckline to the head. I think I went a little high. I could shave it. Measured move, though, $4.95, $5 region. Now, I see this as somewhat of a cup and handle. Also, like, you could almost make this your cup and this a handle, you know? It's not beautiful. It's not perfect. But tell me it's not. Anyone here want to question me on that? Anybody feel like that's not a cup and handle? Let me know. Speak up. It's okay. It's okay. Finally got my theta off Binance. My little phone with my new phone number offset the number had in their system, so they let me verify. I may be able to finally trade on Binance again. Amazing. Amazing. This is great news. Great news. So check it out. Cup and handle, it looks like to me here on Uni, even though it's not the greatest, and an inverted head and shoulders for Uni. And we're pointing up here on the daily. 4 hour actually curling down too and looking pretty nice. And the 1 hour, not the best. Not the best. Kind of in an indecisive place here. Let's see it curl up. I want to see these Stokes kind of do a tip up here. You know, let's take a look at the Stokes. Closely, they are turning down, having a cross here. So right now, the 1 hour is not looking too great. But the bigger pattern at play here is there. Inverted head and shoulders, telling you that we have a target up at about $5. Looks like it could be a cup and handle. I agree, and it's not my best work. I don't think it's the cleanest that I've ever seen, but it's pretty close. Is that Chris Weeks, bro? Is that Chris? CWJ432? I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But shout out to CWJ432. Shout out to everyone on the live stream. Chrissy Fouts, Eddie DC, Jesse B, Leslie Jones, Mohit Singla. I'm just going to call you SGMOMO, if that's okay. Shout out to CWJ432. Shout out to this person, Leslie Jones, Mohit Singla, Gab. Shout out to Gab. Hi, some quick thoughts on VeChain. Thanks. Yeah, we went over VeChain for you. It's on its way. It's on its way. It's doing great. XRP. There's a question about XRP. Should I buy now or is there more downside? Well, let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. Now, I see bullish divergence here established. And I see it right here as well. I saw it there, though, and it didn't really play out. So here we see it on a larger time frame. That would be where I like to get in. I like to get in on the second hill of the RSI right here. Beautiful spot. But with more delistings, I don't know. And look, the Stokes usually want a double bottom. Tells me there's more downside, possibly down to 16 cents. You know, and then it's just sad. I mean, then we're down to like the low. It's really sad. Nothing, we didn't wait for a bull market for years. Watch Bitcoin go all the way to all-time highs for XRP to go to the lowest it's ever been. I tell you what, man, they make it really hard in this crypto market. They really don't want us to get rich. They want to do anything they can to stop us, man. The 30-minute looks good, ready for a pull-up, but those Stokes need to turn on us. 1 hour is getting super, super extended on the MACD as well. What a downtrend. Like, what a short. What a short. Now, if you actually take it, though, this is a falling wedge, right? And they break up 68% of the time. But what if they break down? You know, there's a possible target there. 6 cents, man. 3 cents. What if XRP goes to the lowest of the lows? You know, there's a chance, right? So, only time will tell, right? But I thought we were double bottoming there. We broke that bottom, formed a new space. Looking horrible. I don't know, man. I don't want to make a call on XRP right now because there's just a lot of FUD. And every day there's another market going against it, you know? Thoughts on the Ferrum network? I think it's great, man. I haven't researched too much of it. What altcoin should I get right now? You should watch my top 10 video right here. Top 10 coins to 10 million for 2021. And then you should do your own research. I think you should, that question, you should block out 2 to 3 hours of your day today if you have it, or tonight, whenever you have a moment. You should watch this video that I put out, top 10 coins. Other 10 coin videos will come out, and I think you should watch those too. Watch 4 or 5, collect some data, do your own research, and then begin to buy a coin that you think is proper. I wouldn't go on channels and just say, what altcoin should I buy, and then buy it. You know, I could tell you, hey, buy Atom. Atom's holding really well right now and just had a little bit of a pop. Doesn't mean it can't go down tomorrow, though. Like, you know, I'll take you through my list here. We got Atom, Band, Icon, and SHR, and you'll have to see the rest to figure it out. I want you to watch that video. I did 300% on an XRP short. That's amazing. Very, very good for you. I'm switching phones as well, but 2FA isn't switching over properly with the recovery password. If I have to manually transfer all my 2FAs, will need to be able... If I have to manually transfer all my 2FAs, I can't read this. I'm switching phones as well, but 2FA isn't switching over properly with the recovery password. If I have to manually transfer all my 2FAs, will I need to be able in my account to manually? I want to help you, but you want to write down that key, honestly. And they did just take a Google Authenticator and they updated to be able to transfer to another phone. So you should be able to transfer to another phone, no worries. You should. First thing I would do is, I hate to say this, but I would take two-factor authentication. What I do when I'm switching phones is I just take two-factor authentication off of my account. I switch the phones and then I put it back on. That you do whatever you want, but that's what I do. I had to do it like 2 years ago. I had like multiple exchanges, and so that's what I did. Shout out to Who Knew, man. What's going on? Thank you so much for coming into the live stream. Really, really appreciate that. It means the world to me. Anyone that spends a second of their time with me, I'm truly blessed. Okay. Now, Zilliqua having a bit of a pullback, but not bad. And actually, it's forming a bull flag too. So this is getting ready just like Theta. Yeah, they look very similar. Theta and Zilliqua look identical right now. Identical, and they both popped hard. I'm telling you that there's a lot of buy pressure for this. People don't want to give it up. You know, despite the huge pump, people are like, nah, we're cool. This is ready for more. This is ready for more. I see Zilliqua going to 12 cents. It's a nice 50% gain coming from the 8. So there you go, man. Zilliqua going up to 12 cents. Jose and me agree. Oh, you want to do the oh, cool, man. So we could do an AMA on the channel together? Is that what you're saying? I would love to do that. And like, because I have so many questions for you guys that I want to ask, honestly. That and I don't want to piss you guys off, but I feel like we could just like, you know, as long as your project is legit as you want, your project's on point, then we can get into it and we can show people why it's amazing. And like I'll kind of get mesmerized by you guys. And I think we should set that up. I'll DM you, and I would love to do that. Saturday night, maybe? I think Saturday nights are cool AMA nights. You tell me what works for you, though. We have different time frames and stuff. I'll get up at 5 a.m. if I have to. I'll do whatever I have. I did see the new website. Let's check it out. Let's show everybody what's going on. I do want to do the AMA, though. I'm just very cautious, man. I'm very cautious about everything I do. Anything I tell anyone, because, like, I just have to make sure that I've done 100% of my due diligence, right? And please don't be offended by that. You'd be like, well, I thought you trust me. I've known you for a while. And I do. But the respect that I give you is the same respect I give everybody else. And I just, you know, I'm thinking of selling all my XRP right now for Zilliqua. I'll be honest. I'm being honest. XRP now. Yeah, we went over XRP already for you. I think it could get even lower. I think we could get to, there's a possible measured move here to 6 cents is what I talked about. You know, possible measured move to 6 cents. We're hitting the lows of the lows at this point. The lows of the lows. The lowest it ever was 10 cents. Okay, and we're not that far from it at this point. It's probably a pretty good chance that we hit 10 cents. I mean, if you look at the weekly, we're just starting to fall down, and there's more to go. The daily also still has a little more room in the Stokes to point down, as well as the MACD. It's not over yet. And let's take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hour doing the same thing. Really wants to kind of, you know, interesting. So, yeah, we are low on the Stokes, though. But they could double bottom. So they come up a little bit and then bottom again. And this could just do this and then bottom back down on the next roll down to 9.5. So charting went out the door. It's going to be an extinct coin. I don't know if it's going to become extinct, but I definitely think that it's a sad day for XRP for sure. For sure. Yeah, I like to buy in these situations, but this is one where I really like, I mean, I do see bullish divergence. I see it there, and I also see it here on the 4 hour, swing low to swing low, and we have swing high to swing high. Tells you that, you know, there's some momentum in the move, but didn't we all know in our hearts that Ripple would die? I didn't, honestly. I really didn't. I had no clue. Like, I'll be honest. No, I did not know in my heart Ripple would die. I thought Ripple was a good project, you know, and I couldn't believe how high the market cap it got, you know. Other coins will follow. It's just the beginning. I disagree, honestly, because other coins didn't do what Ripple did. You see what I'm saying? So, completely different scenario. And also, we're going to change. I think the SEC and XRP are in cahoots. I was saying no way to $2 or above. They did have a huge circulating supply, and that kind of had an issue, you know. I always kept it as one possible bag. I keep most of my money in Bitcoin. I am not a fool. I know who the king is. If you were all in an XRP, I feel really bad for you. Because, and I've even cautioned people that are all in on XRP. I try to be nice about it, but I say, hey man, I don't know if that's a good idea. XRP up is down 140, is down 47%. It's at 132. I mean, it looks like, oof, it looks tempting, right? Send it to your Telegram and my premium group in case you didn't receive it. Let me check it. Yeah. Look at this guy. Jay shorted XRP. How much did you short? How much money did you use? I'd like to know if you let me find out. 1,800%. What a short. 75x. Yeah, I think it won't bounce back till about 15 to 16 cents. I'm still more down to come. Yeah. Shout out to Kinko Bongo for coming into the group. Really appreciate that. Yeah, Jay, how much did you short it for, though? I will keep buying XRP because they have the genius marketing team. People will continue to buy, and I will continue to sell. I will keep buying XRP because they have a genius marketing team. People will continue to buy, and I will continue to sell. I'm confused. You just said you're going to continue buying, but then you also said you're going to continue to sell. So you're going to buy it right now? You got to explain that. 1864 XRP. Yeah, XRP is dumping right now. I don't like doing things that people make me do. So you put $1,000 in that trade and you made 18 grand? Are you kidding me? Or do you use 75x leverage divided by the 1,000, right? So you put in $13, 13.33333. Isn't that crazy? The 333. It just happens all the time. If you put $13 in here at 75x leverage, that's $1,000 in the trade, right? And if you made 100%, you made 13 times 18. So you would have made $234 off of $13 in this trade alone, which is like no risk at all. Very low liquidation rate when you have that little bit of money. But now if you put $1,000 in here, which I hope you did because that would be ballers-esque. That's $75K in here, right? And then your 1,000 turned into $1,800. So if you made, 18,000. If you made 18,000 off this move, you're the man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Unbelievable play. Crypto's been stressful, man. In my opinion, lately, it's been a little stressful. It's just been hard. I'll be honest with you guys. It's been hard doing this for a living. If you have another job and you do something else and then you do some crypto, it's all right. But if this is all you do, they've been tearing us apart mentally, emotionally. Like it's been tough, man. If you didn't just buy like the right coins at the right time, like you were in a bad position, you know. I like synthetics right now. Doing a little bit of a move here, bouncing off of support here at 733, coming back up pretty hard in the last 12 hours, forming this pennant bull flag, in my opinion. Came up, broke down again, but it's back in its own pattern, in my opinion. And it's forming a hefty bull flag. Just being added to Coinbase, beginning its parabolic move. I think this is just the beginning. It hit the target, though, that I gave you guys. Look, I put this out. I threw out a rising, it was a ascending triangle. I gave you the target of 851. We hit it exactly with a few wicked above 872, you know. So there you go. Possible double top there and some bearish divvy, though. And it feel like it played out, and that's how we got our bounce. Let's look at the 4 hour. Wants to rip right now. So 4 hours looking really good on STX. 1 hour needs to come back down. So I think it's going to come back down, test the moving average here at 738 one more time. Either that or go sideways up here. We'll see, but I like SNX right now. I am in it. I'm going to disclose that. I think it won't bounce back till about 15 to 16 cents. Still more down to come. Yeah, it's sad, man. Very sad. Douglas Nowak, what a great, what's good IOST wallet? What's a good IOST wallet, man? And thanks for the streams. I've been sharing your content to my friends. Thank you so much, Douglas. I really appreciate that. That means the world to me that you're saying that. Hey, Sam, going to head out to see hubby for the first time in 3 weeks. He's in the clear now. A ton of rehab for his legs, but we're on our way. See you later. Later, fam. Anytime. Yeah, it's scary, but SEC for sure, though. The more big money that comes in, the more regulations we could see. Interesting. So watch SNX, something to watch. Watch Sand. Fell out, though, hard. I mean, it was in this beautiful accumulation phase. And boom, comes right back down. Now we have to extend the bull. But you know what? Not a bad place to get into the bull. And it was in a bit of a pennant rising wedge. And there's somewhat of a measured move there. Not perfect. Sand, I feel like, is a good price at 3.7. But right now, I'm weary to push anyone or to, really get into. You've noticed, like, I haven't been trading as much live on the show. When's the last time I did a live trade? It's been extremely difficult. It hasn't been as easy as it was 2-3 months ago. Yeah, XNX is on its way. Yeah. Shout out to Hadouken, man, my dude. Newest admin in the group. Thank you so much for all your hard work, Hadouken. I think you post the most charts of anybody at this point. I think you comment more than anybody. I think you help more people. You get the star for the month of December as the best lifer in the group. I'm sorry if I hurt anyone's feelings. There's been a lot of amazing people in the group. But I got to hand it to Hadouken, man. Hadouken is literally the number one. He's been besides me on the stream every day, and he's sometimes more active in the group than I am. I do the stream, and then I have a family. I have other things going on. I can't be in the group 24/7. I just can't. If I did, I actually would probably be a bad trader because I'd be in there all day talking to you guys, and I wouldn't be focused on any game plans, trying to help you. So as much as I need to be in the group, I also need to be out of the group, making sure that I'm providing for the group. You see what I'm saying? This is in a bit of a cup and handle sharing now. You can see this, right? That's a cup and handle to me. Beginning a cup and handle. Amazing, amazing. There's your handle right there. And it's consolidation and then a bull flag in a cup area here. 19.6. I don't think we're going to see the wicks below the 18 level again for sharing. I don't think you'll ever get sharing down here at 1.4 again. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Shout out to Hadouken one more time, man. You're the man, dude. Thanks for everything you do. 4th January 2021, 7 p.m. Coinbase suspends XRP trading and deposits. OKCoin stops trading also by SEC. Yeah, like you're it's almost like you're forced to sell your XRP at this point. Like you have no choice. Kind of weird, right? Fluent continuing to rip. As I told you, it did hit that high of 656, bounced back to the 200-day moving average, the 21-day moving average, which you see happen all the time. Makes perfect sense. Now, Fluent, though, we will look. It's in a head and shoulder pattern. Okay? Here's your shoulder. Here's your head. Here's your right shoulder. Where does that leave us? Well, that leaves us with a target. Head and shoulder pattern. Fluent back down to about 431. Okay? Probably will deal with the support region and the 200-day moving average, but 454 for Fluent. Good time to take some profits on Fluent. You'll be able to get back in. Thank you so much for my water and my vitamin D. I love you so much. Good morning. Mr. Hadouken, another member. Yeah, man. Who knew, my man? Hadouken, man. Okay, so here's Yearn Cash. They did an AMA. We are honored to announce our next AMA with the project Yearn Cash, where 100 minutes are dedicated to understanding about the project at YC Chat with in-depth explanations, interactive discussions, and your questions to be answered in live session. Don't miss this exciting NMA, January 2nd at 12 UTC AM time. That would be 7 AM our time, I believe, in the East Coast, right? Venue at Crypto Titans. Amazing. Prize pool, 100 YFCs. Jose Patricio, who you saw earlier on my channel, developer of Yearn Cash, and who knew, developer of Yearn Cash. AMA guide, introduction, Twitter AMA, live AMA. Join the group Crypto Titans and Yearn Cash. Join Crypto Titans and Yearn Cash ANN. Follow the Twitter Crypto Titans. Like, retweet, and ask your questions in this tweet. About Yearn Cash, website, Telegram group, Instant Cash. That's the other AMA. Check it out, man. Yearn Cash. My only little question would put a better picture in here. It's the only thing I got to say. Tell him to just shoot something, because people are going to see that and they're going to be like, why is half his, it just, in my opinion, put two faces here, nice faces. Like, imagine, look at my nice face. It's going to be better, in my opinion. I don't mean to criticize. People criticize me all the time or say, hey, you should do this with your channel. You can do whatever you want, honestly. I'm looking at it as someone who loves you guys, and I think that two nice pictures there. I agree with you. Hey, I'm with you, man. You did what you had to do at the moment. You move forward. It shows me that you move forward. You don't wait, and I like that. So, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is, right? I'm sorry. I shouldn't even have brought it up. I should have said it DM'd, right? But I'm with it, man. I'm with it. And I want to learn more about the project. Okay. Okay, here's a little news here. Trading is live on Probit for YFDAI. So YFDAI has now hit a new exchange. It was really only on Uniswap. Regarding the release of SafeSwap, we are still working on the finishing touches on liquidity and finalizing minor aspects of the UI, of the user interface. We will be launching SafeSwap in the next 48 hours, and we'll update you via the announcement channel in the next 24 hours. We apologize for the launch's delay. So SafeSwap is going to become a Uniswap of YFDAI. That's the project they're behind. Apparently, they're going to vet projects a lot better to keep you from getting rugs pulled, right? Program set up by Tim Sykes. Stock to trade. What is that? Since I love you all, and if anyone's looking to take their stock game to the next level, check out the free trial on Stocks to Trade. Make sure you set up the breaking news feature. Program set up by Tim Sykes. Is he good, man? I see him like all the time. Tim Sykes, yeah, da, da, da. I'm like, man. Dear community, in the interest of full transparency and in an effort to resolve all issues that a few community members have raised surrounding the timing of payments by the YFDAI LP farming pools, 72-hour, 30-day, 60-day, and 90-day contracts, we have decided to modify and reprogram the bot to take a snapshot for rewards for all four pools once every 24 hours. So instead of receiving rewards after 72 hours or even 7 days, the rewards will be claimable every 24 hours. To avoid potential flash loan attacks, the exact timing of the release of the rewards during the 24-hour period will be randomized. Finally, the testing of the bot is to be carried out, and this will take effect on all pools within 24 hours. I need someone to explain to me pools, and it's like, is it better to stake with them or is it better to stake with the pool? Like, I'm just, also people have questioned whether YFDAI farming contracts are audited or not. You can check on CoinGecko farming page and see that they are not audited. The reason they are not audited was because the code is very similar to the staking contract, which was audited. The farming contracts have been running for over 2 months now and have been stress tested to verify they are functioning properly. About half of the farming contracts, 96 out of 200 listed on CoinGecko, are not audited as shown under the audit column on CoinGecko. Since we will be shifting to community governance very shortly, if the community wishes to make proposals and vote on auditing the farming contracts after doing a cost-benefit analysis of the price audit, then the community's decision will be implemented. We would like to thank you and your users. That could affect the price, the delay of SafeSwap as well. Not sure. Here's a nice AMA on YFDAI permissionless ecosystem. We're not going to spend a lot of time on it, but I just want to bring it up.
So you basically created the technology for this, right?
Exactly. Actually, DeFi is full of technology.
And is this blockchain technology, or what's the infrastructure behind it?
It's a blockchain technology. Like, we are create all the things in DeFi protocol in ERC20, which
Just gotta hire someone that. I've been trying his stuff and making good gains. Interesting. Or stake in their pool and receive a small fee. Pools can create you create liquidity where you profit from fees by users trading it. We'll DM, thanks, JD, thanks. Or stake in their pool and receive a small fee. I've been trying his stuff and making good gains. Cool, man. Did you sell the XRP? you know what? I'm like, I don't like doing something that I'm being forced to do. That's my biggest issue. Like, I have an issue with it, but I feel like Zilliqua and Theta are going to fly. And I just feel like, you know what? It's sad though. I had $18K and now I have $3,600. Like, that's depressing, right? Like, thank God I have other holdings and other coins, so like I'm not staring at it. But yeah, it's not great. $3,011. It was just I had 20,000 XRPs. Okay. And when it was at 80 cents, you can imagine, right? I had $16,000. And now that's $3,111. So yeah, my net worth went down by about 15K, you know, in a very small amount of time. So yeah, why would I sell now at this point? I'm just, you know, if I didn't sell at 30, my wife last night sold at 30 and I almost did. She was like, you know what? I'm out. I'm not doing this anymore. And she was like, I'm done. And so she got out. And I don't know, man. I really believe in XRP. I do. I'm sad what's going on with it, but I believe in it. I truly believe in it. Now, could I utilize this money in another way? Yeah, it's possible. I think I should sell it right now at 3,000 and put the 1,500 into Zilliqua, which look is in a beautiful bull pennant about to break out. Like, look at that textbook pennant, like beautiful, beautiful, and Theta, which is in a beautiful bull pennant, and just ride what's riding. Like, just ride what's riding. You know, watch them break out of these bull pennants and just collapse, come to the downside, and just. Man, crypto will bring you to your knees. It really will. I'll be honest. If you don't have a plan, if you don't get some type of mentorship, if you don't follow someone's advice that's been in it before, you're going to get wrecked. Hands down. Unless you're smart and you're just buying things and letting them ride. Going to get wrecked. SGMO hit my target. I hope you sold. I said it was going to go all the way to 1949. It went literally to 1937. My targets are insane how much they hit. And boom, like how many times you could say right now, how many times you've seen a target that I projected and that we hit? Say, put a Y in the group right now. If you've seen me hit targets, like and you're like, well, how does he do it? How did he know SGMO was going to go exactly to the 1939, 1947 region? And why was that the place to sell? Because it was the target. Now, I don't think it's over for SGMO though, because here it's coming down and bouncing off the 200-day moving average. Curving back up. Why? This is nuts, man. Look at the target right there. Shout out to you guys. Thank you guys so much for doing that. But dude, and that's why you have targets, and that's why you sell targets. Okay? There's no other way to go about this. Like now you also see we get to like the 7-minute even. We have the inverted, we have a shoulder, a head, and a bit of a shoulder pattern. And then that happens to fall back down. A little bit of Bart Simpson too here, honestly, forming consolidation in that area with a drop to the downside. Let's take a look at the daily. Now the daily is spent at this point, right? And at this point, I will start drawing Fibonacci levels because I feel like we're going to retrace. We had our beautiful run up and we'll come down to the 382, which is 1552, or possibly all the way to about 1429. So there you go, Mo. That's where I see your possibilities for SGMO. That is also a red engulfing candle. You can stick this whole green candle in that candle. Very bearish sign. And we're on our way down on the daily. You had your fun. Like, you really had your fun. Look, you got to get in here on one MACD cross on the daily. The Stokes were in your favor. The RSI was in your favor. You got in here at 9. You got out at 19. You went up 100%. Trimmed the position at 1925, holding the rest. See, I disagree with that. I think you should have sold it all and then got back in at 14.29 and at 15. But hey, again, then you have to babysit it. I get it. But I would have sold the whole thing. I feel like you're being a little greedy, but that's my opinion. And greed, remember, pigs get slaughtered, man. Don't be a pig. Be a bull and take your money at the top. You know, that's a great trade. Why not just take the money? and then wait for it to reset. I don't know. Maybe it's a long-term hold. Maybe you think it's going to go all the way to some outrageous number. I don't see, it's therapeutics. They tend to have runs, and then they tend to kind of go down the tubes. Once this whole vaccine craze happens, like there's a chance it goes down to the wayside. But anyway, that's my opinion, and I could be 100% wrong. So who am I, right? Who am I? This is falling out of a beautiful pennant, collapsing. That's why you always put your stop loss right here below the pennant, because why take the whole move down when you don't have to? YFDI still struggling. YFI, still struggling. Let's look at YFII. Same thing, came out, did similar thing. Look, head and shoulder pattern forming now. Shoulder, head, shoulder, no good. Probably going to fall down more. DeFi's struggling right now. Yeah, ARPA. I love ADA, man. ADA's really shining now. Cardano, man. ADA. It's hard, man. I'm mentally trying to tear myself off of XRP. Look at ADA. What ADA did. Now, you can see ADA was in... Now, number one, ADA hasn't moved in a long time. It's been waiting. If you watched my ADA video, and if you didn't watch my ADA video, you're missing out. So check it out, my video on ADA. Okay, I give you guys some really, really good data on that. And here it is. Trillions coming to ADA. Why Cardano will make you a millionaire and take over the world.
Evening or night, no matter where you are in the world.
Cardano to be the recipient of 5.6 trillion from Africa. 5.6 trillion from Africa.
We could see Cardano, possibly $1 million, in the African market. IOHK has had a physical presence in Africa for 3 years and has established a relationship with key players. Why should Cardano be part of Africa's future? The CEO emphasized the importance of the continent for Cardano in the sense that he indicated that Africa will be one of the most important markets worldwide by 2030.
So we're getting ready. If you're buying ADA right now, you're projecting that you're going to get into the African $5.6 trillion illiquid market. And so, in my opinion, I just, I can't see how there's a better project than ADA. I diversify. I don't put all my eggs in one basket, but I did buy maybe about $4,000 USD worth of ADA at about 8 cents. I'm very, very well in profit at this point. So yeah, I've made over, I don't know, you do the math, but I've 100% of my money at this point, and I have no intentions of taking profits. So I'm like Mo in this case, where this is a long-term hold for me, and I'm not going to play that game of accumulation. So I understand, Mo. Don't mean to jump on you, but that thing went from 9 all the way. Took plenty of profits not being a pig. Okay, all right. I'm just telling you, man, what you need to hear. The more you take profits, the better. Trust me, your own emotions will play against you. I've been doing this a long time. I already know what you may do before you do it. I've done it 100 times over. If you've made 1,000 trades, I've made 10,000. Remember that. Okay, so what's up with Flare? Well, we're all going to get Flare. The Flare network's going to be good. I'm excited about Flare. 8 to 10 beans, dude. On the way, bro. Yeah, the Flare network still happens. Coinbase came out and said they're still going to give you the Flare token, which is strange too now. Like, how are they going to give you the Flare token if they claim everything's in the tubes? This scenario, there's something fishy about it. If you can't feel it out, there's definitely something fishy going on, in my opinion. It doesn't feel right. It feels manipulated. It feels forced. Something's weird about it. I can't place it. Look, double bottom here. How do you play double bottoms? You take the middle to the W. Then you take your W from your line, and that's your target. So, you're lucky you almost got the whole thing, but not all of it. You got pretty dang close for ARPA. Now, what's cool with ARPA? Well, it's finally breaking resistance. It's been in since August 17th. As you can see here, it broke out at about November 22nd. That was your indication. Here was also bullish divergence established. We saw we have a downtrend, but here we have a bit of an uptrend here, or more of a flat zone. If we go to a further time frame, you're going to see it. And now we're forming a new bottom. in my opinion. Let's look at some support and resistance regions, and are we flipping them? SR flips, which are really nice. So here we see it, bounce. We got rejected here by 26666. That was strong resistance. If we can flip 266 to support, that would be amazing. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. I want to see different, I want to see some candles closing and seeing where they're falling, what they're doing. So we broke out above 244. Now we're holding that level above 268, and we got rejected by 29. We could coil up in this region. In my opinion, there's a good chance that we consolidate in here before we break up again and do our thing. This is what I see for ARPA. Forming yet maybe another double bottom here, doing its thing and making its way on out. But I think you should take profits around this time. I just had a nice plan. The daily still looks good to go, though. So I spoke a little too soon. Daily still looks really good. Big targets coming out of this rising wedge. If we took a bigger time frame on this, something like this, and boom. Should have sold my XRP at 50 cents, man. It's kind of getting me a little. That's why it's hard being a trader, man. There's always 100 trades that you're always beating. Like, you can't. It's like, it's not easy. Dominance making a head and shoulders. Bitcoin dominance. We talked about that earlier in the show. Let's see. Well, Bitcoin dominance is making a flag, but yeah, you're in the 1 hour here. Yeah, we said it's possibly making a head and shoulder, earlier in the day. I feel like you always jump on a little late for whatever reason. Your time frames are off. But yeah, it not forming. It did form one. My thing is this, though. What I said was it was supposed to go lower than that, because this was your measured move is to the shoulder, and like we should have broken down, in my opinion, past the moving average, but we didn't. We got held up there, and that told me when you see a bearish pattern that doesn't give you the full it's very similar to a fake out when you see a bullish pattern that goes up and it doesn't give you your whole target. So because we didn't get the whole target here, that's bullish for it, because now it's forming a harder line. So you say, hey, see how you got to be careful? You said someone could read that and be like, oh, dominance making head and shoulders, but we kind of, no, it's all good, man. I'm not blaming you. I know we have different time frames. I can't expect you to be, you should have been on time to my live stream. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? Look at Cake. Cake getting busy up at 54. Now, Cake, there's a lot of stuff going on with Cake because you can farm Cake on Pancake Swap. They're having some fun with the Reef token. I'm seeing something crazy. Like you could farm. Look, I'll show you something I found out today. I agree with the fishy statement. I'm not an XRP holder, but it certainly feels like manipulation. I'm expecting a little more pain and then a settlement announcement. Yeah, it's too strange to me, right? Like, it's like did someone miss out and they needed to get a cheaper price? Like, what is it, man? Crypto trades education. CTK, it aims to act as a basis where blockchain infrastructure and decentralized applications can be built securely. Available on Binance. Certic, interesting. This is something I wanted to talk about here. They believe Bitcoin is the scarcest asset in the world, even though its supply is constantly increasing and it can be subdivided so much that there is in practice no scarcity at all. People are funny. 21 million is not a market cap, since the coin can be divided into units as small as 0.0001. Anything that can be divided into infinitely smaller parts, and the value of those parts then infinitely inflated, is not finite or scarce. These people are kind of dumb, right? If you can break Bitcoin down into 100 million Satoshis, how is this digital scarcity? You just break it down into more units, right? Wow, these people really... My friend keeps saying this to me, and he's the CEO of a publicly traded company, and he's supposedly like, the genius of our group. He's the richest one. He figured everything out, and so we're all like, oh, well, you made the most money. You must be the smartest, right? But simple concepts just kind of go by him. He doesn't seem to get them, or he's so stuck in a thought that he can't think himself into what's really happening. Now, that's like saying you have a bar of gold worth, right? $2,000 now. Gold's worth about $2,000, 1,900. If you shave little dust off the gold, whatever that weighs is what the gold's worth. So yeah, so you can shave gold into tiny pieces. You could break gold off into pieces. You could take a gold bar and make it into microchips. There's actually a crypto card. Look, a gold credit card. Gold credit like card. Break off pieces. It's like a gold crypto card right here, and you can like rip pieces off of it. See this thing?
That's pretty much it. Sometimes I wonder, what would we do if there
There's a gold credit
in
card.
all of human history? Maybe it's 3 Olympic swimming pools. I can't exactly remember. But in all of human history, not much has been mined. If you divided it evenly amongst everybody, everybody would get 20 grams of gold. So there really isn't a lot of gold to go around. That's about half of this bar of gold. And they also
28 grams is an ounce of gold. So no, you couldn't even give the entire world an ounce of gold. So right now, if you're holding an ounce of gold, you're in the minority. You're in the minority. Same, and that's the same idea. CEO sells at higher prices, buying back now. It's his pattern. I'm farming cake at PancakeSwap. Posted screenshot in Telegram. 200% APY. Yeah, but I found a 3,000% APY. Again, please, guys, do your own research. Protect yourselves. I'm just discussing what I may look into. I don't want anyone to do this or do whatever I'm doing. Do your own research, please. Please. But look at this. Reef Binance is Polkadot-based multi-chain smart yield liquidity aggregator. Read here and learn more about the token Reef. I started my morning looking at Reef. Right here, look at this. Stake flip tokens to stake cake, to stack cake. Okay? And then look at this. The Reef DeFi farm is live now on PancakeSwap with 2x cake rewards. Stake your Reef with BNB and earn up to 3,000% APY. It's a bit insane, no? 3,000% APY? Then you better buy my jewelry designs. I will. Yo, send me the website, man. I'll buy some jewelry off you, bro. For sure. I'll wear it every day on the show, and I'll talk about it. There's a bunny that pays 900 APY on staking cake, but wasn't safe. What does that mean? Probably have to lock up your token for a year. Well, let's look at what they're saying. I don't know. I don't think so. A lot of them, you don't have to lock them up for a year. You just do them quick. Look at all these, though. 27% APY, 40% APY, 100% APY. Are they saying if you just stacked every one of these and added it up, you'd get to 400%, 4,000%? Is that what they're saying? Stake LP tokens to earn. I'm still confused what an LP token really is. I know it's a liquidity pool token, right? So you go over to Finance. I'm just still confused a little bit. I thought all you did was you took your wallet and you put ETH and you also put in the coin that you wanted, or BNB in the, you always had to do half and half, and then you staked, right? I'm confused, honestly. Totally confused. I am staking Reef right now. Let's take a look at Reef on the chart. Fell asleep last night right as people were talking about it. I just was like, I'm done. Like, the market has drained me sometimes, man. It's just like, I think Cake's going to do really well, though. Go up to 64 cents. Watch Cake, man. It's just on an uptrend. Look at that. It's on a beautiful uptrend. Just continuing on its way. Cake, man. PancakeSwap. People liking it. Let's take a look at Reef Finance. I like looking at the USDT pair. It just gives me a quicker indication of what's happening. So, right when it came out, so it came out here at 004 and they brought it all the way up to 30 cents. Interesting. So if you had bought it right when it opened and then sold it, but let's see how fast this happened. A lot of times this is so fast you can't even catch it. And I'll show you why. So it looks cool. But like, do you have hot fingers? This is the 1 minute. Okay, so this happened in 1 minute. So you would have had to press the buy button and then press the sell button literally in like 10 seconds. I don't know, man. That's a 1 minute candle, and maybe it's a 30-second candle. We don't even know. Then you had your bearish engulfing candle. You could fit this candle in it. That's bearish. And then look what happened to the downside, right? Now Reef is in that 2 cent region. You know, it's kind of in that, okay, it's like in uni. Like after all these things come out, they get pounded. This is how they all start. This is how all these coins start. It's just pure. But now look, forming a double bottom already. Liking to see that. And you really can't go on anything but the 5 minute. Anything bigger than that. And like, you know, we getting hidden bullish divergence. You can't get anything out of this. You really can't. All I see right now is a falling wedge. I'm just going to mine this for the next 30 days with my BNB coins. So I think there's no problem with doing that. I'm very, very excited for that. And we'll see where we end up in the long run, right? Yeah. Take a look at BNB USDT up at 37. We went to a high of 40 cents, $40. We already hit $40. A super beautiful high. We would get retraced back down. I bought yesterday live on the stream. Let's see what happens here. Yesterday, I bought it live on the stream. I like that guy. He's a cool guy. He has a lot of cool information. Let me go back to his channel. He's actually helped me a lot.
Silver, but as I'm going to talk about
Canadian Prepper. I love this dude. One of the most honest people I've ever met. Like, you know, I met him through online, but he just like, I could just tell. Stand-up guy. Gives you a lot of great information. Puts out thorough videos almost every other day, every week. Probably have to lock up your token for a year. Yeah, it's a possibility, right? Guys, we need more dialogue. We used to get more dialogue. A lot of people here. Let's shout out to Jesse B, Leslie Jones, Ross Bush, Mohit Singla, Gab, R. Forsberg, Javier Marzo, JD Hughes, Chrissy Fouts, Love Learning, XRP Musa, Jose Pedro Valverde Patricio, my man. XRP Muser, Love Learning, CWJ432, Douglas Nowak, my dude. Chris Conlon, my man, Irish Bull. Who knew? Who knew he knew? JD Hughes, my dude. Eddie DC, JV Supreme, this person. Douglas Nowak, Hadouken, my man. Newest admin in the group. Shout out to you. Thank you for everything you do. And JD Hughes, my dude, always up in the mix. Really appreciate JD, everything you bring to the table. This person, my dude Joe, Ross Bush back in the mix. Has been a while. Crypto24, one of my favorite people. Paul, love you guys. Hope your kids are doing well. Paul adopted children, man. That's an amazing thing. And M, music is godlike. Let me put the music back on. Oh, music is godlike. I like that, your name, man. Wave on music is godlike. That's a new name here in the channel. I'm giving you a big wave. Shout out to you. Boss, can you take a look at silver and gold and Litecoin when you get a chance? Yes. This is what I'm talking about. I want to be interactive with you guys. I want everyone to kind of go in and out. I want to talk. I want to be a part of your lives in the live. This is what I see happening for BNB, holding a nice little form here. Chance that it consolidates right now at this line at 37. Maybe the days of getting BNB about 35, 36 are over. Let's take a look at gold for you in the traditional markets. Let's see what's going on. Mo, if you're out there and you want some questions about a stock or two, let me know. We'll go into the Mo funds. We'll go in here. We'll spend a little time. Taking a look at gold, man. My old nemesis. My buddy, I love you, gold. So check it out. Gold doing something really good that I like to see. Immediately, right off the bat, I see an inverse head and shoulder pattern, which is really, really good. So, look, we had an inverse head and shoulder here. Look, shoulder, head, shoulder. I said we were going to break out. We did break out. You know, we didn't get as high as I wanted us to, but, you know, we're on our way. We're on our way. 1878. I did say I think that was the low here at 1769. I called the bullish divergence here at the bottom of the pattern, and I said that's probably going to be our bottom. I remember the day I said you should probably start getting into gold right now, and I think, Ross, you actually said you did, and you were like, dude, you were spot on. I made a killing. I rode this to the top of the pattern, and good for you, man. I remember you saying that. That's Canadian Prepper. I love that dude. Just Google the Canadian Prepper. He's on point, man. Showed me so much during that COVID, and he just, I love his perspective. Straightforward guy. One of the best people on YouTube, in my opinion. So to me, this is a bit of a complex head and shoulder pattern. I feel it's a little strange, but we are consolidating, and what we're consolidating on, and what I've talked about many times, is when we're making a pattern with the 200-day moving average. So check this out. If I form an uptrend here, gold's kind of spiked out a little bit, and then if I form our downtrend or our bottom trend line, you can see it's very coinciding with the 200-day moving average. This is a very good sign, okay? We also had a golden cross right here for gold on the 1 hour, which is very powerful. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. We had a golden cross here on the 4 hour just occurring. Golden crosses are really big signs of growth to come. I would open up more gold positions right now. I see gold coming out of this and breaking up to 1962. I don't really see anything in the way for gold right now. 4 hours looking really good, and the 1 hour kind of going sideways. So the 4 hour is going to take control here. Stokes are pointing up. We're looking really good. Daily, a little extended, right? Wants to kind of do a bit of a retrace. I say we come up with the 4 hour, then we go sideways to suffice the daily. So it looks like we're going to come up to probably resistance here at 927. Here's your two places where gold's going to have a little bit of an issue. And gold always respects its support and resistance lines. It's just so textbook. You're going to have a pretty good gap up here. Little level here at 1900. Of course, psychological level 1900. I'd get a pip in right now, and I'd sell at about 1900. That would be the goal. But again, this isn't financial advice. Do whatever you think works for you. All right, so I saw Fastly continuing. It had a struggle, though. It came up, did not hit my target yet, got rejected by this upper trend line here that I've been drawing, and now it's kind of a double top here. What's worries me right now about Fastly, just on the moment here, right? Daily looks okay, though. It just says we're going to come back down, probably to test the 63 region. I'm sad to say. That's what I kind of think is happening. It's got a few weird patterns going for it. I almost have to like reset. It's in a very strange place. Like it broke out of this beautiful pennant it was in, but then it just gapped down out of nowhere. I hate gaps, man. That's why I love trading crypto. What do you see in GRT? We'll take a look at GRT. Definitely good to go over that. I really like GE, guys. I want to put that out there on your radar. GE is about to fly. I talked about GE down here at $6 in consolidation range. I thought GE was really good. They have big hydrogen patterns. Look for them to break out big into 2020, into 2030. They're going to take over hydrogen. Hydrogen will become a new fuel. You're going to use it in cars. You're going to use it in boats. It's going to become amazing. Hydrogen is a better technology than even electricity. And you're going to find that to be true. And you're going to find out that GE has the most hydrogen patterns of almost any company in the world. Well, it's for GE to recreate itself in the new hydrogen era. I'm calling it out for you right now. I'm giving you a 10-year plan. GE, still cheap at $10. I really find it an amazing prospect right now. A lot of people are not talking about GE. Formed a bit of a double bottom here, almost a bit of a, kind of a Adam and Eve double bottom similar here. And yeah, so this is forming a cup and handle too. That's a cup, that's a handle. You could take your neckline on GE. Kind of to your bull and give yourself a bit of a target here. We're obviously going to have a little bit of resistance at 13, but then we can acclaim all the way to these highs. And look how down in the dumps we are. We go to the weekly on GE. This is a steal of a big company. It's been around for a long time, okay? And you're going to get it on the low right before they have a resurgence in hydrogen. Bottom of the pattern right here, textbook buy. Look for it to retrace all the way back to 22. You're going to get 100% gains out of GE, okay? Let's take a look at, okay, LTC is bleeding, possibly 110 bottom. Yes, sir, straight broke out from the 1700s. What do you see for GRT? We'll take a look at that when we get back to crypto. TNA, Plug, PT-UN, and Oroku. Let's go to the Momo funds. Let's take a look at what's going on. Mo Money list. Okay, we'll take a look at Plug at 32. I remember the last time we talked about Plug. Now, that's a bearish engulfing candle. Pretty much, not perfect, but pretty close to it. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So, I do have us positioned to go to 43.95, breaking out of this pennant. We're doing a bit of a retest, which is great. I don't mind that. Looks like we'll come all the way back down to the pattern at 28.61, and then we'll look for a bounce. Now, if we don't bounce, then we could break back down. If we break back into the pattern, not the best sign. Look for it to play, and then you play the pattern just like you were in it before to kind of for a breakout. If we break this trend line here, this yellow trend line, not a good deal. We'll probably come all the way back down to 19. So I'm a little cautious on it right now. The daily does want to extend down, telling us that we kind of have some downside. Also here, the 4-hour just began its downside, so I would get out of this for now. Looks like you'll be able to get back in when it retests this line at 28, and there's a chance it actually makes a bigger pattern here. Could it be forming a bit of a head and shoulder? Like, is this a shoulder? Oop. Is it a chance that this is like kind of a shoulder, this is a head, and it's going to come down, form another shoulder, and then come back down? It had a beautiful run. It's also breaking the parabola. This is the parabola here. I'll show you. This is the parabola right here, and it's breaking it. When things break the parabola, yeah, I could clean it up for you a little bit. Let me show you the parabola. But that's a break in the parabola. And when you see a break in the parabola, it's kind of the end of the run, you know? You had a beautiful run. You really did. Don't be greedy. Look at this. But there, see, it broke the parabola. Whenever you break the parabola, it's a big sign. Now, could we consolidate to the side? Also, we were in a rising wedge that got like into a fake out situation, and then kind of it faked us out that it was going to go high. Like, they wanted people to think this thing was going to fly. They broke it out of the rising wedge. What a fake out. You know, usually a breakout like that is really good. And then we had a retest of the pattern, and now we're almost like back in the pattern. You see that? So I could also play this idea that maybe we'll keep continuing in this way and do this. The daily and the 4-hour are not in our favor. So that tells me we're going to come back down to resistance at 29. If we break 29, which looks like we have enough power on the daily to go down lower, there's a chance we retest 22. That's just my call and plug right now. P-Tone, TNA, P-Tone, Peloton Interactive. Let's take a look at Peloton at 148. Ooh, this thing looks similar too. Like, you can see, this is why you play these patterns. You know, let me show you. So this was in the bull, you know, the rising, falling wedge, kind of a bullish falling wedge. Take your length of your pole to the white line, which is the 21-day moving average, and that gives you your target. And like, it's insane. Like, look how the price almost, it's just insane how measured these moves are. And how do I get these measured moves? It's just, all I do is I take the price to the 21-day moving average. Right when you see this line begin, you can see there's chop and then a beautiful line. Chop and a beautiful line. Now, this thing has just been continuing up as well. We're going to have to look at the Dow in a second to kind of give the move of everything, you know, see where we're really at. But yeah, nice target. Hit the target exactly. You should be making these measured moves, and you should be selling targets. If you're not drawing these patterns and selling the top, like, I guess you can wing it your whole life if you want. But in my opinion, man, selling the target is beautiful almost. It's 90% of the time. 90% of the time. How's Apple? We'll take a look at Apple in a second. Wow, you guys are hitting me up. I love it. I love it. I feel like I'm working here. Let's take a look at Riot. Riot continuing up, but again, that bearish divvy. I feel like it's going to double top here and continue down. I drew a Fibonacci retracement on it for you guys. And I'm thinking that, you know, it might retrace all the way back down to definitely the 382, which is $7. So I think you're kind of done on Riot, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but it's very extended. And it's starting to curve on the daily here. Like, you had two hills. If you get a little more out of it, it's like squeezing the orange. Like, you've already squeezed so much out of the orange, and if you want to keep squeezing it, by all means. But I don't know, man. 1 minute div on BTC happening. Oh yeah, the 1 minute. The old 1 minute run. Let's take a look at NUE, and then I'm going to have to call it Riot looking good. Let's take a look at Roku. for Aaron. I know Aaron's in Roku, right? From what I think I remember that correctly. I don't know how I remember these things, but I do. I think I remember that. Remember one day you were like, check Roku for Aaron. Roku, similar thing, man. We've had a beautiful run. Can't you feel it? Can't you see all these things went parabolic? You can kind of see there's a cycle happening here. End of the year sell-off coming, you know, possibly people taking profits. This is also starting to break the parabola as well, right? Like it was on that run and not yet. It could still kind of pop from here. But again, the daily looks bad on this. We're getting across now. We had our beautiful run. I mean, what a run we had. We hit targets. Everything went perfectly. You know, this would be a time to get out, honestly. We had a run-up of run-ups. Look for this to retrace. I'm seeing Fibonacci retracements for almost everything you're bringing up. So I hope you're taking profits here. I really do. Let's take a look at the DJI, the Dow Jones Industrial Average. I'll show you what I have for the Dow. Now, the Dow is still in my pen, and that's why I draw these things, because as long as they stay in my pennants, life is good. So I drew this when we were probably here, and look, the price is continuing to stay inside of this. It's a strange pattern. I very rarely see a bull pennant of this nature inside the top of a rising wedge. You know, actually, I'm going to change the pattern. I'm going to have to, because logically it's not making sense. I'm going to take out these fallouts. This is making more sense to me. Now we're actually still in the pattern and we're wedging into it. See? Keep buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. We're getting really tight. Let's throw some Bollinger Bands on there. I guarantee we're going to see some tight bullies on this. Where are you, my bully? There you go, bully band. You bully band, man. And look, the Bollinger Bands are tighter than they could ever be. I've never seen them that tight. That's like some of the smallest Bollinger Band action I've ever seen. If you're new to Bollinger Bands, let me explain how they work. Bollinger Bands open and close like a mouth, okay? When they get really wide, see that? Price goes down the tubes. When they start to get tight, I'm not saying price is going to go up or down, but it's an indication that price is about to move. So look, we got tight right here. Look how close they are. Price went up. We started to open. See, and they start getting wide. That's a sign to the downside. So actually, when they get tight, is actually a bullish sign. Here we got tight, we went up. Then we got wide, we went down. We're getting really tight. I think we're going to have a huge move in the stocks coming up. In the Dow Jones, I think the Dow Jones is going to have a blow off top to 40K. I'm calling 40K for the Dow. It's still in this parabola. It's forming in a rising wedge, which breaks up only 32% of the time. But when they break up parabolically. So I'm still very bullish on the Dow because it never broke this trend line that I have drawn. And it's looking like it wants to go bullish. We also have the 50 crossing the 200, which is a beautiful golden cross right here in the middle of the pattern. That usually foretells that the pattern will break up to the bullish way. We also have the 21, the 50, the 80, all in a line. This thing's looking really, really nice. So NUE as well. I think I saw that. New Core, is that from what I remember? Yeah, New Core. I remember these things. I don't know how. So check it out. It got rejected by a double top here twice at 57. Strong rejection for New Corp. Let's take a look at it on maybe the 3-day. I want to see a bigger pattern. It's still in this beautiful bull pennant, like giant pennant. This thing isn't some huge, this must have some big money behind it. Just by the look of the pattern, this is one of the biggest patterns I've ever seen. Like, this is an exaggerated form of a pattern I see all the time. Take off the Bollinger Bands, they get on my nerves for whatever reason. That outline on the price just kind of bothers me. Now, what I see happening here is an inverted head and shoulder, right? So you have your head, you have your shoulder, you have your right shoulder about to form. Also 200-day moving average. And look here, again, on the 3-day, we have the 50 about to cross the 200. We have a golden cross coming on the 3-day. I mean, that tells you something. I think we're wedging up and we're getting ready for a big, big move in this. I think Nucor is about to explode, honestly. I think this is a good price to get in at 52, 57. I don't want to use the word I think. The chart conveys the idea. I said we're going up, down, and out. There's a chance we go right out of this on this one, only because we're getting that. Maybe this right shoulder will happen, though, right here. See the right shoulder? It'll do that, and then that will be this. Maybe my move will be a little smaller. Like, it'll be something like that, you know, something like this, the right shoulder. But I think we're going to make a right shoulder. It looks very probable. I like where we're at right now. Definitely would have loved to got in on that wick at 27. What a move, right? 50 up almost 100% at that point. We're using the word 100% all the time in the stock market. You can see they're inflating the price by printing money every day. They're lowering the value of the dollar, which they're going to raise the price of Bitcoin. So the higher the stock market goes, the higher the price of Bitcoin goes. And people say, oh, they're correlated. No, they're not correlated. When they print money, they are actually propping up the stock market. They've basically said that our government is buying stocks at this point. I want you to know that. Every day they're buying stocks up. And let's take a look at that div real quick. But yeah, I think that's going to explode. Target is well above 127 for the target here, 57. I like where you're at here. We could get a little lower back to 46. The lowest possible is 42. So not too much pain if you get in. I mean, you'll be down 10% or 20%, which is huge. I mean, but the risk versus reward ratio, again, I always buy the bottom of these patterns here. And I like to buy the bottom of the pattern in the last 25% of the pattern. That's what I teach. That's where you would be getting in right there, anywhere in that region. If I didn't miss that point, I feel like I have to wait for the retest and get in here. That's just how I play it, you know. But you could do anything you'd like, obviously, right? Aave struggling. Apple continuing to do its thing. I said it would go to 166 to get in at 122, continuing to do its thing. Doing well. 3-day looking good. Curving down, though. I say we go sideways. I told you yesterday, I think we're going to go sideways here. We have to, because we have to burn out the daily MACD and the daily Stokes. They have to reset back down. We're going to have to go sideways. If we can go sideways while these go down, that's good. If we go down, then that's not good. You could put a stop loss at like 130 at this point if you got in at 122. Or just, back at break even and see how you can let it ride. I did make a call on this. Remember, if you guys remember, I never made an Apple call in my life. I never talked about Apple. But I saw it in the beautiful pennant. Same pennant for Zilliqua, same pennant for Theta. Look out for those two to keep moving. Let's take a look at Bitcoin on the 1 minute, just so we can get a look at what Paul's talking about. If I've tutored you, then you know what Paul's talking about, and we're talking about the bullish divergence set that we find here. And there it is. There's my beautiful pattern. I can see it immediately. Double foot. But look, it wrapped around the side with yet another one, which is interesting. You don't see that all the time. What you want to do is use confluence with the MACD and understand what's happening. Now here, look, I would have gotten in on this cross, but the second I saw that the MACD lacked momentum, I would have been out. Also, the Stokes were turning down. So despite my beautiful pattern that I love to play, I also tell you about the 15 and the 1 minute locked in. I guarantee the 15 minute is high. Actually, it's getting low. Interesting. But it is curving down. You see it here? It's curving down. So I wasn't saying it was like, what I mean, felt like it was fighting the 1 minute. They weren't in, and we're going to come all the way down to the bottom of the pattern. I started the show. If you can remember, I started the show. We were at 26 up here, 15 minute. Look, 1, 2, 3, there's an hour. We've been on for about 2 hours, right? I started the show right around here, and I said Bitcoin's going to come back down to the bottom of the pattern at 26. So you should have opened up a short immediately, and it's going to continue down to about 26,000. That was the call at the beginning of the show. First thing I said when the show began. And look, what I love about this is we can go right back there. I told you you'd make 41% if you bought the breakout together. And I think we'll see some fireworks going into the weekend. I guess Tuesday night, Wednesday, and Thursday night. By Thursday, I think we're going to see some pickup in Bitcoin where it's going to break this line, possibly get back up to the 28K region. I'm still bullish because we're still inside the pattern. We haven't left it. So I'm still bullish on an overall long-term play here. Get inside the pattern, put your stop loss below the trend line, and let it ride. And get up to about 30,000, maybe 12%. That's the idea here on an explore. I don't for the weekend to increase your weekend. I guess Tuesday night, Wednesday, and I think we'll see some fireworks. Now in the 4 hour, the 26 probably for a nice setup. Stone's pointing down right now. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. The 26th. So right here. Head, it's going to make the right shoulder and explode. So we have a shoulder, we have a head, another shoulder. Now we had one here, shoulder. It played out, but it ended up getting rejected by the trend line going sideways. I like how we're kind of retracing here, though, on the 1 hour. Lack of momentum, though, and the Stokes are pointing up, which tells me that Bitcoin's probably going to go back down
26,000. So
There you go. I mean, and right there during the stream, Bitcoin was at 26,753. So I gave you a call. Like people, I feel like I give so many calls, people don't realize how many calls I'm giving. But you could have shorted Bitcoin on my call there, and you already would have made a nice little gain. So, and I think you can still short. Right now is a nice short, 26,425, all the way back down to 26,000. So there's your idea. Sticking with it, kind of giving it to you guys. And let's take a look at dominance, though, starting to pump again. Such an ugly show. This up and down with dominance. So I think we're going to have a tough day for the alts now. Look at dominance in the next 15 minutes. Looks like it wants to at least come to the top of the pattern. That's going to be struggling. It's going to give a struggle to the altcoins. Okay, Bondly. Let's take a look at Bondly. I don't own any Bondly tokens. You know that? Bondly on Uniswap. I love how you can do Uniswap now on TradingView. Smart that they implemented that. They got some API information here. Ooh. So Bondly came out on December 9th. And you know what? 5 cents. It's already about 100%ed. And look at it just going in a beautiful, like, flat line. I like seeing this. Just nice consolidation for Bondly. And forming a double bottom here as well. Look at the 4 hour. Little spent. It's in this, like, funny little pennant on the 4 hour. But yeah, I feel like it's going to come all the way back up to 14 at least. Wow, it just popped from 10 to 11.9. You saw that? Interesting. Bondly has a lot of movement going for it. A lot of action. We just take the length of this somewhat pull here and put it up. I think Bondly's going to easily creep that all-time high and get up 100% for Bondly. Not too long from now. I'm going to be bullish on Bondly right now. And of course, why not? I love Bondly. I'm a huge fan of Bondly. I like Brandon, and I like the group. I like the people there. BSCCG. I gotta start. I gotta start like actually bookmarking this stuff. I have so many coins, and they're all flying around like a BSCC Xmas, was it, or BSCG? Can you send me the link, anyone, to the Bondly? Good day for dominance is a great day for me. Notice KuCoin bonus for XRP users. Deposit and trade XRP to share. You will soon. You will get airdrop from the cards you own. Show me how to show the. I keep forgetting the website to find the cards. It's like BSGG, BCGG, Xmas. I forget it. I'll probably go to bondly.com and find it, right? Good day for dominance is a great day for me. Notice from KuCoin, bonus for XRP users. Deposit and trade XRP to share 100,000 USDT. All links are up in the Uni page chat. Thank you so much, man. Hadouken, can you send me a link to that? I want to talk about that. Because I'll transfer my XRP to KuCoin. Why not? You know? And they're not shutting down trading. KuCoin don't care. KuCoin and XRP. KuCoin to support Spark airdrop tokens for XRP holders. Oh, they even did that. I didn't know they did that. KuCoin. KuCoin XRP 100,000 USDT. $1 million USDT. Are you kidding me? $1 million USDT will be given away for KuCoin's official launch. This is a year ago. KuCoin Play's official launch. I want to see the link to that. If you could post it, it would be awesome. With 2x cake rewards, stake your reef with BNB and earn up to 3,000% APY. I just don't understand where the 3,000 That's 400% APY. That ain't bad. Reef BNB LP. This is interesting though. What's the difference between staking my BNB for Reef and staking BNB and Reef here? Like, do you go buy Reef and BNB? Do you go buy BNB and Reef here and then stake them on PancakeSwap, right? It's just interesting. And I really need to have an in-depth discussion. We need an AMA on Uniswap. We really need to do an AMA on Uniswap. Theo, you need to come on the show. We need to get you on the show. We need to have a talk. Me and you have to sit down and talk some talk, because we need to get you to AMA. I have some questions for you that I don't know. Like, I don't understand LP tokens. I don't understand certain things. I have to visually map everything out in my brain perfectly and put it all in its place. And I have to be able to see it and build it in my mind, unbuild it, destroy it, rebuild it again. And if I can't do that in here, I don't understand it. And so, like, I need to know things in depth, like thoroughly in depth, you know, to figure them out and understand them fully. Shout out to everyone on the live stream. 26 likes. Really appreciate that. 3 dislikes. Amazing. Amazing. We can have a talk. All right, let's do it. I also want to meet all you guys. I want to see what you look like. If I'm going to really bring you deep into my channel, I got to have a face-to-face. Got to get a vibe. I got to understand who I'm dealing with, you know? And if I can't, then I don't want to deal with you. I don't know if that sounds weird, but it's just me, man. Like, once I need to know who I'm dealing with, you know? Yeah, man. Blood to bleed. So crazy that, you'd much rather be Bondly or Reef than XRP. Jesus. 17.9 now. Showing a star doji candle, which is reversal. See the doji here forming? Hey, I didn't sell a dime, man. So, and I had 20,000 of them. So you take that from me. I didn't sell a dime. I could have, and then bought back my bags and been off to the sea. Hadouken. See what's going on in the trading room. Wow, there's orders all the way down to a penny. Who's trying to buy it at 0? That's hilarious. You can't buy it at 0, can you? Like, look at the amount of buy orders at 0. Like, it doesn't make any sense. That's hilarious. It is funny, man. Dude, this is legendary. Frame it. It really is legendary, man. Did you make 18K, though? KuCoin currency. Buy and sell most advanced exchange. That's a link to KuCoin, but not a link to, like, the news, right? Or maybe it's here. Top articles. Okay, cool. For blockchain trade and deposit XRP on KuCoin to share 100,000 USD. As a participant and witness of the development of blockchain industry, KuCoin firmly believes that the core spirit and value of blockchain should be maintained. Every project in industry dedicated to transforming human society, even the future of humanity, with innovative should be respected. With the new year, KuCoin will launch activity for XRP to give away a reward pool of 100,000 USD to qualified KuCoin users. We welcome all like-minded friends to trade on KuCoin, support XRP projects, and witness the spirit of blockchain. Deposit XRP to share 40,000 USDT. During the activity period, users with a net deposits withdrawals of more than 500 XRP on KuCoin will win a share of 40,000 USDT rewards in promotion to their net deposit amount. Users net deposit volume. Trade XRP to share 60,000. During the activity period, users who trade XRP in spot or margin markets more than 100 USD will win a share of 60,000 rewards in proportion of their trading amount buys and sells. Users who trade in the margin market for the first time will receive USDT and XRP interest-free coupons randomly, which will be received within 24 hours. God bless. Hey, some bullish news for XRP. Head on over to KuCoin. I am a member of KuCoin. Let me log into KuCoin right now. I love KuCoin. I've been with KuCoin for a long time. A long time. I think I have a referral here. Sorry, I just ran somewhere, grabbed my phone. I think I have a referral here on the live stream. I should have. I don't, but I know I do have a referral for KuCoin. I'll post it into the group, and please use my referral. Really will help the channel. I appreciate it so much. Okay. Set up a Facebook group. I can't stand Facebook, man. And I do have a Facebook group, honestly. I already did set it up. I just can't stand them. I have, like, they give me, I'm going to be moving off of those platforms. I'm going to be moving into more innovative platforms. Facebook Memories. Look, this is, I was in,
a boat on
I
an
was in
island to
Puerto
another
Rico.
island called Culebras. Culebras has a beach called Flamenco. Flamenco has the 3rd best beach in the entire world. It's been, what's going on? This is Sam Price.
This is me here. Now, I have, where's my room? I just don't use Facebook ever. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. Hate it with a passion. I don't know when I last logged on. Who's doing a YouTube explaining this? 6 requests for friends. Well, these are people from back in the day. Wait, I knew these people. I don't even know why I'm doing this, man. My buddy Chris. I got some new people recently. Dude, I have like 4,000 people here. It's absolutely insane. Anyway, I'm trying to find the room. See, I don't use Facebook at all. Throw me off right now. Huh. There's my accountant, though. That's funny. I did change this to Crypto Lifer. Kind of redid the brand. Where do you find, like, rooms that you own? You know, like, accounts. Like, usually there's multiple, they've upgraded this since I've last done this. Groups, maybe. Yeah, here's the Crypto Lifer group. So you could join this group, Crypto Lifer, but I'm not active in it too much. I really don't like linking myself to this stuff. Not a huge fan. I was streaming there, though, and maybe I will, man. I gotta just keep moving, but, you know, Facebook is a way to help. So, but this is the room. Invite. You should be able to just select everybody, right? This is just a waste of my time. I don't go on Facebook, man. What a waste of time. I don't. Like, I'm sorry. I'm just not like everybody else. I'm going to stick with other things. I'm going to move on to FIOS, which I'm going to mint me. I'm going to create a coin. I'm going to go FIZOZ. I'm going to be getting on Ramble. I'm going to be getting on Theta. I'm going to be moving to the future, man, not in the past. To me, Facebook is the past, bro. People don't want to be a part of that shit anymore, in my opinion. In my opinion. I'm against it. I see what you're saying. You wanted to see everybody. Interesting. I just like to have a one-on-one with people, though, like an actual interview, you know? And I was just saying that to Theo because me and him, I kind of want to bring him in. He's been doing a lot. I need a haircut first. Nah, that's fine, man. I don't care. I was only suggesting that because you wanted to see everyone. No one uses a pic in Telegram. No, I know. The idea is that I'm actually going to sit in a Zoom with this guy. I want to go over a lot of stuff with him, you know? Have a lot to discuss. Anyway. But this is become a token. Give your fans, followers a new way to connect that has never existed before. Get tokenized now. Become a token. Why become a token? Your pocket. Transform your popularity into a revenue stream. Capitalize on your emotional value. Facebook isn't doing this, so why give them any amount of my time? I'm going to give my time and energy to the places where I'm going to get the more out of it. Leverage your engagement. Increase interaction with your fans, customers, and followers. Connect with believers who are ready to invest. Validate products and projects with your community directly, and grow support and fan base rewards with utilities given to every token owner. Pretty cool, man.
Fuse lets you as a brand become an asset. Your personal brand, your attention is now worth money.
My thing is, why don't you make your own coin though? Now you're attached to the Fuse network, like, and then now you have 2 crypto coins. Like, why can't you just make your own ERC20 token and call it a day, like DaVinci 15 did? Okay. Our own regulated currency, Fios Coin, provides liquidity on the platform and enables us to issue star tokens, utility tokens, under its umbrella in a regulatory secured manner. In addition, the increase in value of Fios Coin, which we create and issue on the basis of logarithmic coin offering, is also an incentive for investors. The more star tokens that come onto the platform, the more Fios Coins are created, mathematically scarce supply model, all along a logarithmic curve working out by university professors. Who cares? You put the word university professors, I'm supposed to be impressed. The more the value of the FYZ coin increases, I'm not really buying it, honestly. I'm not totally buying it. See how skeptical I am, man, guys? I'm not buying it 100%. Wow, look, we got our bounce from 17 back up to 18. Again, I'm not selling a penny, man. Holding this long term. I'm gonna transfer to KuCoin and have a blast. I'm going to give you my latest calls, and then I'm going to look at some news, and then we're out of here. I'm telling you, SHR looks like it's in a bit of a cup and handle here, about to explode out of this flag, going all the way up to 2.5 cents. Once it goes that far, I really think it's going to break out of this long consolidation bowl that it's been in. SHR, man, don't miss the boat. If you want to know more about SHR, I have a beautiful video on it explaining basically all the reasons why I'm in SHR, what I see happening for SHR, price prediction, and probably some more tips and gems in there. One of the first videos I ever made, sharing, why sharing can make you a millionaire. Sharing, what is sharing? Why buy now? And yeah, Polkadot did well. That video did great. My XRP video, my biggest video, and then boom, right? Should have done more videos on XRP, I guess, but I don't want to become an XRP centered channel, but I can get 1,000 views whenever I want. I just have to do it, honestly. I know that sounds insane, right? But like today, I'm going to make an Ethereum price prediction video that's going to get over 1,000 views. It's just going to, as long as I do it right. So today I'm going to work on that. That's something I got to get done. The videos take me between 1 and 4 hours, depending on how long they are and how many times I mess up during the video and how much I have to edit out my mess ups, things of that nature. So yeah, I'm giving you my picks though. VeChain right now is hot to trot. Was sitting in consolidation. It's now the new kid on the block. We look at it in that 1 hour. I told you it's in this nice pennant. And it's also in this bigger, if you look at it on the daily, it's in a cup and handle. Right here, cup. Maybe take this out. But it's in a cup. There's your handle. It's starting to move out of the handle. VeChain going all the way up. 39% gains coming out of VeChain. So I hope you understand what this pattern means, and I hope you get it. We're on the way to the moon. To the moons. Okay, and then we have Ziliqua, which is in a beautiful bull pennant that I showed you. It is falling out of the pennant, though. So right now, not a good sign. So far, we had to bring this down. And to me, it is falling out of the pennant. I'm not going to remove that trend line lower. It wouldn't make sense, and it wouldn't, yeah. So this is getting bearish right now, which I don't like to see. It was such a beautiful pennant. Now it's forming possible double top, and then maybe a retrace. And look, I just saw it. Took me a second, but I finally saw it. Shoulder, a head, and another shoulder. So even though it looked really bullish and I like it, let's look at Theta. If Theta's doing the same thing, I'm gonna have bad sentiment for the day. Ooh, look, they look identical. I hate these. These are such nice patterns. I can't stand when they go negative. They get all nasty. They go down here, and then we get a double bottom here, and then they got to break back up, and then just, it ruins the whole beauty of it. But right now, Theta's still holding. Theta's wicking up, actually. This would be a perfect buy for Theta at 137. Get into Theta. You just put a little stop loss. Nothing crazy. Between 5 and 8%. See if you can ride it up out of the pattern. Risk 6% to gain 48%. Get an 8-to-1 risk-reward ratio. Cop that. I like Theta here at 137. Okay? 137 for Theta. All right, guys, that's going to be it for the day. 2 hours. A little more, actually. I don't know how I go that long. I don't plan on it. It's never the move. It just kind of happens. And my prediction so far, heading off down to the bottom. It looks like we actually may have hit our bottom, though. There's a chance that this is now the pattern. I'm kind of forming it here. Look at this. I think that's it. I think that was our bottom of our head and shoulder pattern. Now we're going to do a shoulder here. Might want a long right now. Interesting. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. Is it in our favor? Not yet, though. Well, we could have a lack of bearish momentum, and this could flip up. 4 hours ready to go, kind of saying, yeah, you know, we did our thing. Yellow and red. White is where it starts. Red is where, you know, this is... People don't realize, too. They think the red is where the whole move ends. No, it's between the light green and the red. This is usually 50%, and this is the next 50. So we're like 80 to 90% out of the woods already. And, yeah, kind of like Bitcoin here at 26.4. I think that can be your bottom all the way back up to 28.88. Nice little call there on that move. I just saw something amazing. I'm going to bring it up. You guys are going to wow out. You know, cities should start investing in Bitcoin. Whole cities. Bitcoin could save entire nations. Bitcoin miners are making $1 million every hour. Here's why. The total revenue of Bitcoin miners stands at $13 billion. Here's why it's such a big industry. Hourly Bitcoin mining revenue is at its highest since July of 2019, reports Glassnode. That's because Bitcoin miners are in hot demand. They secure the network by processing transactions. It's not just Bitcoin traders who profited from the Bitcoin bull run. It's Bitcoin miners, too, who are rolling in the money. They're earning $1 million every hour, according to the data from Glassnode. The most lucrative 60-minute stretches since July 2019. And that's why you mine, because you know it's going to go up in price. Even if you had some trouble mining in the past, you have some trouble, you know it's going to go up, and that's going to create long-term gains for you. You know, Bitcoin halving, said the metrics firm in reference to Bitcoin's big day in mid-May, when the network cut the number of Bitcoin that miners receive for processing transactions on the blockchain in half. Glassnode pointed out that today's big number is all the more impressive, considering that in July 19, block rewards were twice as high than today. So you got more. Now you're getting twice as less and still getting paid the most, the same amount. That's going to continue to happen. Mining is part of the actual infrastructure of Bitcoin. Why India wants to tax Bitcoin. India is looking into taxing Bitcoin users by 18%. India will put Bitcoin down as a tangible asset. The country likely needs money to cope with COVID-19 expenses. Why India wants to tax Bitcoin. Mo, man, good over there. India is considering taxing all its Bitcoin users by 18%. The country can tax the investment coin by deeming it an intangible asset. Intelligence agency has suggested that Bitcoin will receive an 18% tax on goods and services for all transactions. The decision is not final yet, as the government is not sure what the best approach is. India initially banned crypto usage in 2018 when the Reserve Bank in India prohibited any financial organizations that work with the bank. The government is merely looking at a way to benefit from almost $6 billion in generated Bitcoin transactions. Opting to tax Bitcoin could result in the country gaining $1 billion from taxes. Interesting. Here's what the history says to expect from Bitcoin in 2021. Bitcoin has an explosive breakout year as a maturing financial asset. The cryptocurrency is finally becoming considered by institutional investors for the first time during a year that will go down in history for unprecedented money printing. Isn't that funny? Bitcoin went up the highest the same year that they printed the most money. You got to start making these correlations. The asset hard-coded digital scarcity is a primary driver of its boom and bust cycles, and in the year following each block rewards halving, magic happens. With the next year right around the corner, here's a look back at the past crypto market cycles for a glimpse at what to expect from Bitcoin in 2021. I like to see this here. And while 2020 was definitely a breakout year for a bullish Bitcoin, it is next year that will make a new wave of Bitcoin billionaires. I'm telling you that 2020 has acted as the ideal example of the impact each halving can have on the market. Bitcoin went from a fad to a full-blown FOMO in less than 9 months, all because of supply and demand is so favorable to positive return on investment. Of course it is. And while 2020 was definitely a breakout year for a bullish Bitcoin, it is next year that will make news. Like right now, I have more Bitcoins than a millionaire. There's going to be some millionaires that don't have as much Bitcoin as me. They're not going to get a chance to get it. Going to be too scarce. Glancing at the chart above, it's shocking to see just how high Bitcoin has climbed in 12 years. During the 12 years of trading, the cryptocurrency has 3 distinct halvings, cutting the reward miners receive from 50 to 25 Bitcoin, and then from 25 to 12.5 Bitcoin, and to the current 6. So miners used to get 50 Bitcoins, but it got cut to 25. Then it got cut to 12.5. Now they only get 6.25. Eventually, when there's going to be 1 Bitcoin left in 2140. Okay, we've done the math. 2140, there'll be 1 last Bitcoin to mine. And that Bitcoin could be worth $1 trillion. And every computer in the world could be trying to get it. And when they do, millions and millions of computers will split the rewards. Every time Bitcoin you get smaller rewards, the halving becomes, the mining difficulty gets that hard. It gets that hard. Each time this happens, demand begins to so drastically outweigh the limited supply. The asset goes parabolic and rises exponentially. In the 2 post-halving years on record, the first resulted in well over 6,000 ROI. The second just under 2,000 ROI. What could 21 bring investors? Well, chop this by a third. So even if we go up 700%, right? 6 to 2, and then we're going to go to 2 to like 21 will be 7. So we're going to use 700%. So if Bitcoin 7x's from here, which would kind of go along with this, right? Which I think it's actually bigger. Another 2,000 to 6,000 return isn't likely simply due to the lack of diminishing returns. However, even a 400% increase for the current levels would result in a price of $125,000 Bitcoin. And I think we push up from there and we get into like the 200,000, 300,000 range. I think it's very easily. Bitcoin price won't nuke below 25K. Like, we're done there. Bitcoin has the least possibility of crashing below 25K now that institutional involvement in the space is hitting a record high. Once big money comes in, they don't like to lose. So they're not going to buy $25,000 Bitcoin and then watch it go down to 16K. I really don't think we break 25K as well. A lot of people were talking about, oh, we're going down. I just don't see it. I don't. There's too much demand right now in the space. Miami's mayor open to explore investing 1% of the city's treasury reserves in Bitcoin. Yo, this will start changing everything. When cities start bringing their money into Bitcoin. In an interesting twist of events, the mayor of Miami, Francis Suarez, has said that he's open to exploring the idea of putting 1% of the city's treasury reserves in Bitcoin. Retweet this if you would move to Miami if Mayor Francis Suarez puts 1% of the city's treasury reserves in Bitcoin. Definitely open to exploring it, said the mayor on Twitter to Anthony Pompliano, head of Morgan Creek Digital, right? Of course, at this point, there's absolutely no further information if any plans of kind would ever come to fruition, but it's undoubtedly a step in the right direction. This is absolutely insane. Amazing news, guys. If governments start to get into Bitcoin, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. How do they ban it if the mayor's in it? You get what I'm saying? They're not going to be able to ban it. I'm telling you right now. Don't listen to that FUD. It's a lot of nonsense in the space. A lot of people talking ish and schwiz. Shout out to everyone on the live stream. You missed it all. Was giving Flare tokens for holding XRP part of the plan because they know they were going to be sued by the SEC? I don't know. So will Flare tokens go directly into my Coinbase account? They will. But it takes still 20. It's going to take a year and a half, 18 months. You only get 25% in January. And then they're going to slowly give you each of the Flare chunks. So it's going to take almost a year and a half to get all the Flare tokens. Invest in INDL to play emerging India market. Taj Mahal is so beautiful. Love that. Down tokens pamping. Check BNB. If that's bullish, we gonna bleed. I don't know if that's a guarantee, honestly. I get your correlative idea. I don't know if it's... You're right, though. People like to hide in BNB. It's like a stable coin in a way. Yeah, it's not too bullish. It's doing a retrace, just like everything else. It's dominance, man. I told you dominance is going to come up today. So it shouldn't be a surprise. Look, it's going to form a W. Dominance is going to go up 1 point to 7.1. It's going to crush all the alts. That's the 4 hour on dominance. It's there written in the sand for you. Then I hope we come back down and we crush and then we fall out of this falling wedge. But right now, it's not looking good for the altcoins. So tread lightly, guys. Tread lightly. Let's take a look at the down tokens real quick. I got some down leverage. Yeah, look, 27% for TRX down. TRX is a piece of garbage, bro. I wouldn't invest in that coin. I don't like to put things down, but XTZ playing a lot of games. Aave down and Sushi down. Jesus, Sushi down at the bottom of the... Bitcoin down, up 8%. XRP down, up 55%. If you shorted XRP, Made 50% today, and it was pretty easy. And Litecoin had a nice boom up. So I just don't get it, man. They prop up all the prices to bring them back down. Like, if the crypto market is just, the manipulation is so much more obvious than in the stock market. They're manipulating the stock market, but at least they play a little bit of a game. Yeah, look at that rounded top. It's not a good look. Looks like we could kind of get all the way back down to support at $99. We'll see, though. The 4 hour looks all right. Daily probably spent. Yeah, we had our run up. We had our time. Take profits, 139. I mean, that was a nice price. Anyway, yeah. So there's the news. There's the day. And we did it, man. We accomplished an amazing feat. Whoever took your like away, you're a weirdo. Why would you like and then take it away? Is that, maybe that's YouTube taking my likes away, because we just had 28 likes and they went down. It's kind of weird. Anyway, who cares, man? I could die tomorrow. Who knows what a like really is? I do know, though, that it's currency in YouTube. And the more likes you have, the more views you get. The more views you get, the more revenue you create. So, by giving me a like, you're feeding my daughter, technically, you know? So, to put it in the best way possible. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to my channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Let's say it together. Crypto is life. Peace. Be safe. Love yourselves. Love everyone around you. Be good. I'll see you tomorrow, 9:30 a.m.